We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Let's ride on my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The Spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He given. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient. We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
We long suffering, that mean we patient. We recovering. Awake the nation, change your mind, transformation. Present God's lost presentation. Only way you get salvation. Christ gave us the demonstration. I ain't Haitian, I ain't black. I am Israel, that's a fact. My spirit bear witness, I'm dismissing Christmas. Encounter a Christian, God's work up with quickness, reviving the sickness. Asking for patience and asking forgiveness. I'm doing His business until it's the finish. His work keep me driven, His goodness He giving. Hey, hey, hey.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Build up your patience, hear out the words that I'm speaking in cadence. I just opened up the book of the truth, flipping the pages, looking for salvation. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been praying we make it. I've been praying we make it. And I just been busy converting my mind. The Most High is showing you wonders and signs. Seek out the wisdom and surely you'll find the key to the gates of the greatest of times. Yeah. The spirit on me while I'm rhyming these rhymes. Turn from your sin and repent of your crimes. Endure to the end, keep your faith and you're fine.
We the real Jews, no faking. I believe ain't no Haitian. Israel, my nation. Christ coming back, be patient. Patient, 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 patient.
Our people have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119 verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy love is the truth.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Okay. I didn't do anything, by the way. Yep. I just tilted it. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Most High Christ bless. Most High Christ bless. Welcome to Patient Saints Radio. In the building we have Bishop Kanai.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
Good to be here. I feel like I'm home.
Thumbs up. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm Captain Shemaiah.
Captain Amaziah.
Captain UZL.
Officer Carmel.
Officer Kanai.
Officer Eric.
This brother here, man.
12.
That's what I'm talking about. Some offstage commentary there.
And you gonna introduce?
His
brother look like he just get out of bed. Rubbing the eye dirt about it.
The mic on?
Thank God.
The mic ain't on.
Is not on.
Mic ain't on.
Share a
Say it again. Say it again.
Delicious.
Ow.
No, you can hear us.
Yeah, now
I hear
we
y'all.
hear. All praises.
I gotta take that thing out and just hand it back and forth. That look crazy.
Yeah. Where's the other mic? The corded one that y'all had?
Oh, so Yuri got it.
Oh, Yuri stole it?
Until the camera get on you, and then y'all start talking like that.
Remember them 60 and 70 groups, how they all sing in one mic?
I was just about to say, y'all are like some old Donna Karen of the Pointer Sisters.
The Supremes.
Yeah.
Let me get my turn.
That is funny. Bishop, so what's going on, Bishop? How you doing, man?
All praise to the Most. Good to be here, man. I'm telling you, I enjoy myself. I look forward to Patient Saints Radio.
All praise.
This is fire. This is my medium right here.
The #1 radio show.
Bring it out. Put it
#1.
Bring it out.
Foundation. You know what I'm saying? Patient Saints Radio.
Ooh, I'm telling you, Patient Saints Radio is on the four corners.
That's right.
Of the earth.
That's right. That's right.
That was a little subliminal right there.
Car, I know you're on your way back to Miami and listen to this in the car. Yeah, Bishop said it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
snap,
what?
that's right.
Now what?
Oh, damn. Y'all got me caught up.
Bishop throwing subliminals. Subliminal jab. Bang.
There was a brother here a couple of weeks ago said that's how he came into the truth off Patient Saints.
Really?
Radio. So that's the first thing
That's
right.
right.
Was Patient Saints. And after that, he was just like, who is these handsome debonair men that speak the word of God in such a humorous way that is captivating to my soul? It must be Israel united in Christ.
All praises, Most High, man. All praises. That's the Lord. The Lord is allowing IUIC to take the truth in different directions in order to edify His people. You know.
That's right.
The mediums that we're working on. It's we vanguards. We're in front, and I've been giving all praise to the Most High. It's not man's doing. The Most High sends the men and women in His body to help us move this kingdom forward. And Patient Saints on this radio stuff is in the forefront. You can't deny it.
Most High. Speaking of which, Cap, we got Zoom now.
We got Zoom now. Get a Lord a hand for that thing right there.
Ooh, who trying to be on Patient Saints Radio?
So now,
who won't call in?
You have the ability to be face to face
with the prophets. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't never talked to Bishop Kanai before. Call in on the Zoom. You ain't never talked to Bishop Kanai face to face.
So we're gonna
put this screen to screen.
Here's the thing.
Only one time.
I think we're gonna put the link in the chat. I don't know.
Do we want to do it that way? Because everybody's gonna call in.
So
or is it? Are we doing it just for interviewing guests?
You got to screen them.
We got to have some fun with it first, though.
The beautiful thing about the Zoom though is that they can see the stop sign now.
Oh,
they can see it. See, before you couldn't see it, but now you can see it.
So the
stop sign equals. When y'all brothers and sisters that call in on the Zoom, when we put up that stop sign, that means that equivalates to shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Right now. That's when you see that red stop sign.
Look at this.
Shut the hell up.
Bam.
Live and direct.
Zoom in on that.
Shut your mouth. Shut your black lips.
Shut your black.
That's what that means. Shut your black lips.
You better shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Shut your black mouth.
Get some help.
Right there. See, when y'all see that means you're rambling.
Right.
Let's cut it short.
That means wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up, B.
I say, for testing purposes.
Try it.
Right, got to work the kinks out.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's work the kinks out.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody got to be the guinea pig, right?
Might as well be you.
Let's post the link in the chat. Brothers and sisters, you can now call in via
But don't
Zoom.
call in if your room not clean.
And you got that.
You better be dressed. You better don't. Don't do that.
See, y'all done gave him. See, because that was perfect.
That's good.
Hey, I was
you in
thinking
the spirit.
this could go one of two ways. They can go really right or really wrong.
Really wrong.
It's gonna go both ways.
But listen, it's gonna be them embarrassing themselves. I mean, I'ma laugh.
Hey, sister, who's that in your bed?
Yeah, right.
Oops.
I thought you were single.
That's my play husband. That's my play husband.
The plumber got tired.
He fixing my bed.
He fixing pipes.
Hey, so he fixing pipes.
He's unclogging my drain.
Hey, the plumber got tired.
Oh. Hey, brother, who's that man in your bed?
Exactly.
Damn. He fixing pipes.
Whose hand is that massaging your neck, brother?
What's that crawling on your wall?
Oh, damn.
Damn. Hey, sisters and brothers, your room dirty, don't call in.
We have certain brothers.
Just zoom in on your phone.
We have
certain
certain brothers from Texas that think that the roaches are your family.
Damn, Texas?
They said that's what happened in
Texas.
Texas.
They said that's what happened in Texas. You grew up with your roaches and they become a part of your family.
Damn.
More specifically, Austin, Texas.
Damn.
Sucks to be from there.
Right. Oh, I know what you said. Damn.
My granddaddy was an exterminator.
Ooh.
We appreciate
There
you.
she go. There she
There
go.
she go every week.
There she go.
Granddaddy.
Yeah, give it a stop sign, bro. Give Thick-a-licious the stop sign.
Right. You know that's why y'all invented the stop sign.
Look, yes, that's right. You're right. You're right.
It started with the paper.
Her daddy was an exterminator.
Her granddaddy has done every job on.
I'm sure he
God's
told
green earth.
After he died, he was doing it. He was dead and was doing it. Like my granddaddy died.
I'm sure he taught it to Sister Thickalicious. So if you need help with your roaches, call Sister Thickalicious. She's gonna help you out. She got a remedy. She got some chemicals in her garage.
And believe it or not, pine sol. You
See
can
that?
put
See
pine
that? What I
sol-
say? What I say?
Hold on. This is something we gonna really need right here.
I know. I'm tuned in.
Especially if you have kids. No, seriously. If you just put the original pine sol in a spray bottle and you spray a roach or anything, it's better than combat or regular.
They don't make pine sol from the
And it
70s no
smells
more.
good.
That new stuff
But
watered down.
I'm just saying.
We got
again, like the
Fabuloso
blue one
now.
or the-
Yeah,
It's Fabuloso now. Ain't no
It's not
pine
pine
sol
sol.
no more.
Fabuloso ain't gonna kill them.
We know.
They gonna be smelling good.
So hold on. So pine salt kills them or keeps them away?
No, it kills them. Because
Really?
it gets in their lungs, so they can't. Well,
They
their
can't
little-
breathe?
their little
So
chemical things-
you're breaking down the anatomy of a roach right now.
Because I asked my granddaddy.
You can only get this
why
at
was he-
Patient Saints Radio.
That's right. Get a load of hands for
You
that.
know,
Right
right
there.
there. Y'all how to kill roaches. And guess what? You clean your house and kill the roaches at the same time.
Walking smelling like, this smells good in here. I've been killing roaches all day, dog.
Either that or the roaches going on dates from the cologne you just put on them. They gonna go on dates and make
Damn,
more
I
babies.
smell sexy.
That's funny.
But you know about that
It
wintergreen.
smell like FOT in here.
I'm a sexy roach.
Damn.
So
All you roaches call in.
Oh damn.
So did we put the link in yet?
Juniper breeze.
Okay. All right. So the tech team working on the link. Yeah, I'm excited to see. So, hey, type in the comments, man. If you plan on calling in on Patient Saints Radio.
So, Officer Alicia, are we going to be able to see it right here on this TV when they call in? Yes, sir. Damn, we fancy up on Patient Saints Radio now. I like that thing.
Oh, praise.
Ooh, we legit.
This is gonna be interesting.
I told you it's the high
This
tech
is going to
team
be
now.
highly interesting.
Ooh, somebody
Yes.
gonna call in with their whole face.
No,
just
what's messed up is when somebody gonna call with a legitimate concern and y'all gonna be looking in the background trying to
Damn, them roaches got Fabuloso on them.
you go hear nothing the person saying.
Somebody said, I ain't going to front. Ever since we started using pine sol,
No more roaches?
I have truly seen less. They be dead for no reason.
Gonna be on their backs on the floor. Just
All praises, all praises.
Smells like a forest.
Her granddaddy taught her that.
I can't.
Yeah, her granddaddy taught us that.
I never thought the radio show would start breaking down the anatomy of a roach.
You learn all kinds of stuff on PSN.
Her granddaddy taught her.
That's
What was
funny.
that?
That's funny.
You get
So,
scriptures and practical uses for life.
Practical use for life and roaches.
With the
All
scriptures.
praises, all praise, all
Hey.
praise.
As Cat would say.
Hey, so we want to speak on a couple of things that's
Why you put on your sexy voice?
Oh,
Yeah. Man, I want to say, but I don't want to disturb us. Stop.
okay.
What?
he got real
I'm
baritone.
glad somebody else caught it. Easy.
Cap, go to your camp voice, Cap.
I thought it was just me.
Go to your camp voice, Cap.
Well, that's different.
Sound like the quiet storm.
I'm
just gonna be quiet. That's it.
The mood changed.
The room got mad quiet.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall.
We're gonna slow things
That's
down.
the
LL
gravy
Cool
voice.
Shamaya.
Oh, dark skin, LL.
Yeah.
We're gonna slow things down a bit.
I need love. That's what it is.
I need love.
I started feeling sexual. Why am I feeling like this?
What old boy?
It's gonna be patient sex radio with Captain Shemaya.
Damn. Hey, what the dude said on Holiday Fall? I knew it wasn't just me. I thought I was getting sweet for a fella. Close call.
Close shave.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one?
He said, close shave. Close freaking shave.
Let's go.
Yeah, Cap. Use your can voice this time, Cap.
You know, I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore. It has left me. It has left me, brother.
It's gone.
The moment is gone.
I ain't no nincompoop.
Directly and indirectly.
Hey, so what we got? What we got?
That's better. All praise.
Yeah,
That's better.
let's go straight to it. All right, let's play this video because it I know Bishop went over some scriptures with us last night after class. All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
And it you know, it ties in perfectly with a lot of what we'll deal with in the last days, right? So again, we have to continue to bring it to the forefront of your minds that listen, it's gonna get really bad on multiple fronts. So let's see this video real quick. Shout out to Mother Shamar for sending it.
The world has a drug problem, but it's probably not what you might think. The American Medical Association just called it an urgent health crisis, but you may not have yet heard of it. The supply chain issues have caused a shortage of over 100 different medications, some used to treat cancer, cardiac conditions, and even COVID-19. One of the medications is the prescription anti-inflammatory tocilizumab, a drug used to treat both COVID-19 and cancer. Popular drugs like Adderall, Oxycontin, Narcan, and insulin are running low nationwide. The reality is that many of the medicines we use in the United States, they're not simply manufactured in the United States. So they're subject to the same supply chain failures we're witnessing that of container ships adrift off our coastlines. What makes this current shortage alarming is that we don't know how bad it might get. When the supply of medicine falls, it can have immediate and deadly side effects. I often warn that in any post-grid down situation, it's the people who require medications to live normally or who are on drugs that require a gradual tithering off that will be most desperate and will most likely not make it. This video will examine the growing crisis, how it might soon impact you, and some of the possible avenues you can consider to secure the vital medications you need to survive. So let's dive in. Please consider subscribing to our newsletter by clicking on...
Let's pause it real quick. Oftentimes when we talk about preparing, right, we don't consider the medications that we need or on. And also those who are on certain medication, like what do you take to get off of heroin again?
Methadone. Damn, it's not, I'm just.
Yeah, it's kind of quick, Bishop.
Kind of quick.
That was
real quick.
Yeah, 6-shooter.
Methadone.
I grew up in New York.
But yeah, I was gonna say, especially by the Bronx camp, there's a methadone clinic like 2 blocks away, and you'll see people literally standing up asleep.
Oh yeah,
that's how Baltimore is.
Yeah, that's how Baltimore was.
Yeah, they got it bad.
Right.
We started in Baltimore.
So you got to think about it. When those people who are highly dependent on certain drugs, not just insulin, not just oxycodone, like he said, but those hard drugs, when they can't get it, is there, because the mental is not stable already. How will it impact violence in our communities? Right. How will it impact the jail systems at that point?
For at least
if the jails are already overcrowded with our people, what's going to start happening then?
The hospitals.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You're gonna have a good 6 months because you know that's 6 months when they trying to detox and all that coming out of them.
All right, yeah.
But then you're gonna have a high functioning society once they clean. You realize that he was a hell of a exterminator.
A good example of that just happened last week in New York. A young man, 12 years old, was walking to school 7 o'clock in the morning and got shot in the neck. He got shot in the neck, right? the man that they found that shot him, he was supposed to be medicated, and he was out on probation.
Dang.
But it shows that once you some of our people, once they not on those specific medications, those drugs or whatever, they're gonna bug out.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Those
bug
their
out.
mind
There's gonna
to
be
whack.
more violence,
Yep.
more robberies, more rapes.
Yeah.
You understand? So
With taking those medicines, do people they get dependent on that?
Absolutely.
You mean like
There's addictions.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
comes in.
addiction.
They're
wise?
replacing it with
Both,
They're
because
going from heroin to methadone.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like a,
There's psychotic, like I guess you would say
I was just about to
stable
say, what
levels
about
is only stable
antipsychotics?
with that medication.
medication.
As soon as
Yeah,
they
like-
hop off of it, they're crazy.
That's what I was thinking about too. Like, cause we can kind of like think about like say the violence associated with addiction and that type of drug use. But what about the ones that are like antipsychotic because they already got spirits and
Legions.
mental legions on them, and now they can't be calmed down because their
Right,
medication
right.
calms them down.
Yeah.
What about the one they
Like
keeps them
schizophrenia.
stable. They're not stable.
schizophrenia,
Right.
Yeah.
They ain't on their meds.
like
Yeah, and on the video, he talked about like heart medicines and people having like autoimmune diseases. And stuff. It's a video on
Anybody got AIDS?
Oh, not Netflix. YouTube that talks about juicing. We don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. And
Right.
He started on like 10 different medications. The video is called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. He got off all 10 of those medications by juicing, eating more fruits and vegetables.
damn.
Don't eat that stuff.
So a part of that is we're gonna have to grow dependent on what the Lord said. There's not gonna be any other option, is the point. Because not saying that our people don't need the medicine, but the Lord has dictated how our healing comes as well. It's not. It's literally not by the medicine. It's by Most High God.
Right.
But we have taken away our trust in Most High and have put it in
Mollifying plasters.
Can I get a script on that?
Absolutely.
To back cap up, I think it's Deuteronomy 32 and 20. Because like Cap said, now we're dependent on Esau's medicines. Whatever Esau says goes, right? Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
So the Lord said, I'm going to turn my back. It's precepted with Hosea 5:15, right? Go ahead. So I'm going to see what their end is going to be. I'm going to leave them to their own devices. Go ahead.
For they are a very forward generation.
They're a forward generation. You tell them go straight and narrow, they say, oh, hell no.
Right.
I gotta live my life. I gotta do me. YOLO, I only live once. Go ahead.
Children in whom is no faith.
See that? We have no faith in the Lord. We put our faith in Esau and what he says. Whatever medicines he say, we go with that. That's why the majority of our people, we don't know. We're just now really starting to learn about going back to the herbs and to the land and things of that nature, sea moss and moringa oil and things of that nature. We don't know nothing. But growing up, we didn't know nothing about these things.
Right.
You understand? But we knew about Tylenol and aspirin
and ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Yeah, ginger ale. Robitussin.
Fix everything.
Tussin. Take that
Yeah,
tussin.
put the tussin on it. It'll help it out. You understand?
On the
But
skin.
I had to
that's
take
why the
liver
scripture
oil.
says we have no faith. That's why everybody's running around getting the jab too.
Yep.
You have no faith. Now they have the new. Let me not even go into that before we get banged. Go ahead, man. I ain't want to talk about that.
Hey, Sirach 38, verse 1. Right? Because what Cap said is 100%. The faith that we lack has to come back. Put that on a t-shirt.
Bring it out.
Message Jesse.
I mean, it didn't rhyme.
Message.
It didn't
Somebody.
rhyme, but it was nice.
It was nice. Okay, it didn't rhyme. Damn,
It didn't rhyme, but
That's
it was
why.
nice.
That's why we ain't selling no albums. Verse 1 real quick. Verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him.
Now, yes, right now the physicians, we go to the enemy for the want of all things. Many of the physicians, many of the medications come from the other nations, but this right here is actually talking about our people, who a part of our heritage was knowing the herbs of the earth for medicines. That was our heritage, to have the understanding of operations of herbs, elements. So that's our understanding. So this here is written to us. Right. We are the physicians. But as Cap just read, we have no faith. Most High gave that to another nation. Now we have to go to them for the understanding of herbs. So now, like Cap said, in these last days, we're finally returning back to something that we literally already knew. Right. We already had that. So when it says honor physician, it's literally talking about our people. Yes, we use it for Esau now, because when Esau says, listen, you got a tumor in your neck or whatever, we don't have x-ray machines to see that. So we have to deal with them for them to show us, hey, what's going on the inside. But the point is, what you're reading in Sirach 38 is literally talking about us. And we're finally returning to that point now where we know juicing and eating better and drinking water. And these things are literally to help our bodies, not just to something to garnish your plate with or to drink. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy about that, though? When for the ingenuity of our people to understand what the Lord put here. Somebody said, and you have to think that the Lord gave and say, hey, man, my side hurting. Yep. Just go bite this. Yeah. And you're like, why would I bite that? Yeah. You know, why would I chew that up? Why would I steep this in water and drink this? But we was talking about this last week, and it was like, when we were younger, well, I know for myself, like for you got your stomach hurting, or in the case we was talking about like little kids who had worms, you'd be like, your grandparents knew, they see you do certain stuff, and they like, you got worms. Eat this, drink this.
Yep.
This is gonna cure you of worms. And now you 8, you 7, you don't understand nothing that grandmama just gave you. But the fact that they knew, and we went to a point where we have no clue at all of what they were doing, that we completely just disregarded everything that they had already set out before us, to the point that now you have to have that same thing, and now you have to go to Esau and let him stick a whole camera in you to look at that, and rather than you knowing symptoms.
Yeah, we're disconnected. We're completely disconnected from the land and the herbs.
And even with that, it's like, remember the scripture says that the earth won't yield its strength.
Right.
So everything that we have, it's already been here, but that's why you have so many side effects with Esau's medicine. Right. It's funny too. There's an app. I think me and you might have been talking about it, but there's an app where you can take a picture of a certain plant, and it tells you what the purpose of it is. Like there's a plant, a weed that randomly, if they consider it a weed,
it's all in my yard.
I don't know the name, but it's in your yard. But it's
dandelions too.
Yeah, the little milky substance, it's like an aspirin.
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, put that if you find that app, let's put it up.
I mean, it's all kind of stuff growing your yard. We think about it like this. We even follow this to the point where the medicine grows in our yard, but there are homeowners associations. There are Pike commercials. There is True Green that make you destroy the medicine to have the nicest lawn in the neighborhood. But those little crabgrass, little flat, it's like a cabbage. It's like a cabbage, but it grows in your yard, and we walk over it every day. It's edible. I mean, it can sustain.
Yeah. We boil that up.
Oh yeah, that little bush thing.
It look kind of flat.
Yeah,
like
I know
this.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
what is it?
It's a type of cabbage.
I never knew
it's a type of cabbage,
and it's crabgrass.
And we burn it out of our yard to have the
nicest grass.
The nicest grass. You have the dandelion. You burn it out of your yard to have those little purple ones. The little purple ones. They're a type of medicine. I forgot what they use for. But my wife was showing me, she was like, you could use that for me. I was like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. And they all in it.
That's proof that you definitely been removed from your heritage, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you supposed to know.
I'm supposed to walk out there and just be like,
you used to talk to the trees, and the trees would tell you some stuff.
Yeah, go eat that.
You're Judified, bro.
You know what I mean? I'm like, man, but we really do. We True Green it right out the yard.
And you said that dandelion, I know that to be used for medicinal purposes. But here's the thing. The stuff that you're spraying to kill it, it's killing you.
It's killing you.
That ortho and that stuff coming out, people end up with cancer behind it. There was a big suit that guy had behind it by using that, spraying those chemicals to kill it. Yeah, it ended up killing him.
Monsanto.
Monsanto. And then, they gave him millions, but he
died. He lost his life.
Yeah.
Monsanto?
No, Monsanto is the company that makes a lot of those
pesticides.
Right,
They also own all the farms and the DNA and the
corn,
like GMO stuff.
Yeah,
they have that patented.
Like it's our corn.
But you know they're a weapons company.
Yes.
Monsanto?
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's what they
Monsanto.
originated.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
That corn is a weapon.
Right.
So they weaponized the food.
Yep.
But back to Officer Kamela's point. I don't know what you call it, what Benji calls it, but Sarah C.
Yeah.
Okay, so we call it Sarah C too. I used to think, again, my grandma was nuts.
Man.
It grew on our backyard,
Yep.
and she used to keep that and aloe. Somebody literally stole our aloe plant, and she had like
Probably was your granddaddy.
I know, right?
Sarah C is meant to clean the blood.
And it's helping with this thing that's going on with the jab and
Don't say that.
No, okay.
You can't see the jab now?
Yeah, I got some Cersei in the fridge right now.
Is Cersei the one that's really bitter?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That cleans the blood.
And all you got to do is just oranges, bittersweet oranges. Just cut that up in it and put it in there. You could just put that in your refrigerator.
Nah,
It's safe.
Benji. We got a Zoom call?
What?
Uh-oh,
We got a
it's
Zoom
about to
call.
go down.
Shout out to the Benji with the Cersei.
You better know about some Sarah
Yeah,
C.
Benji parents, you drank it straight.
It's probably
I remember that.
What's Sister Martha mom name?
Joanne.
Oh, Sister Joanne. You know, she be back there in that corner with take that and drink the olive oil.
I got a whole bottle of olive oil right now. She told me drink.
I felt like it was like some kind of back alley transaction.
Yeah.
I'm walking to the bathroom. She said, "Captain, I have something for you." I said, "Yeah." She hit me with the.
The olive oil.
Hey, listen, but it works.
It works?
It works.
Man, let me
I
tell
have
you.
a
it
detox.
works.
What it do?
You did the olive oil?
Yes.
The whole bottle?
Yes.
Oh, that's the one you told me you had to drink the whole.
Yes.
And it flush you out?
Because she said
Yes.
she said I have a detox for you.
You need to take
Listen.
So I didn't.
Give me it.
It was,
It's
yeah,
official.
you did tell me about
Yeah,
that.
and it's
I didn't know
official.
it was from her though.
Yes.
It's official.
It's official.
What it did to you? For what?
Made him doodle on that motorcycle.
Don't do it now, bro. Don't do it now.
Let me tell you.
I got it too.
So the way that you're supposed to, the way she said you have to take it is, you take 4 of the pills at night before you go to bed, and then 4 in the morning.
4 pills.
It's like the
Charcoal.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and so she said within 30 minutes you have to drink the entire bottle of olive oil. So I did it. I knocked it down.
Which is very hard.
It is. If you never just drink olive oil, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But I want to detox, so I don't feel nothing. So my wife, she does the same thing.
You had a race.
Give it a while.
We was chilling, so we was like, well, nothing was happening. So we was like, well, let's go get some food. So we hopped on the motorcycle.
You tripping?
We hopped on the motorcycle. I got about maybe. We maybe got about maybe.
So wait, you
3
went on a
miles.
motorcycle?
Yes.
And both of you had bubble guts. Oh,
We got about 3
you
miles.
put your wife out there right
We
now.
turned around and ran in the house. She was downstairs and I was
He's like,
upstairs.
I'm the head and not the tail. Move out the way, sister.
But I've never felt as cleaned out as I have in my entire life.
Oh, yeah?
Because she said it's. What does she call it? I forget what it is that you have.
The green stuff?
Yeah, gallstones.
No, your gallbladder.
No, it was gallstone. It was not. It wasn't the. It wasn't a stone, but it was.
Bile. It comes from your gallbladder, and it gets cleaned out like little green.
She said, she says, if you see that's a good sign.
If you see the green stuff?
Yeah, but that's how you know you're getting really clean. It was.
So the olive oil coats you.
Yes.
So that the stool can come out.
Like a lube. It's like a lubrication.
Benji, greasy
if it's stuck in there.
And then you took charcoal in the morning again?
Say it again.
Then you took the charcoal again in the morning?
Right, we have to take it at night and then take it again in the morning.
That's to stop it up.
And then you drink the olive oil behind it.
Oh, man. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Benji.
That's what people-
Benji.
See, listen back.
Benji trying to keep you alive.
Yeah, it wasn't about you get sick and you go to hospital or you go to Walgreens or whatever. Nah, you go in the backyard.
Right.
Granny will pick
that.
something for you and say, drink this, eat this.
Right.
You know?
And they know what's wrong with you by what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like the same way what we look at doctors, they say, oh, you got a lump on your throat. I think maybe.
Because you got to remember, like, Bishop, in the islands, Africa, things of that nature, when you're getting healed, is to actually heal you. Here, they're just trying to
They're masking
to
symptoms.
to patch you up, to have you up to be a repeat visitor, a repeat patient.
Pharmacies would be in the business of putting themselves out of business if they
actually healed you.
They actually healed
Right.
you.
I saw a commercial. So they only work the symptoms. So if you got a headache, they don't attack the root of why you have a headache. They're gonna treat your headache with an aspirin or a Tylenol to
suppress
just
the pain
suppress the
relief.
pain, but you still got the issue of why you got the headache.
It kind of sounds like Christianity.
Cap, you in the spirit.
Damn.
What's up with the Zoom call?
Might be a
Oh,
we be leaving people on hold like regular calls.
Christianity don't tell you what the root
Yeah,
of
let's
the
go.
problem is, which is sin. They just tell you, "Come as you are." And Jesus.
Come on,
loves
let's
you.
Make you feel good.
Where the Zoom at, man? Come on.
I hope nobody.
And they
Let's get our
said,
first Zoom call.
they said it's called mute.
Now you the first one come up on Zoom. You
boy play.
better do it right.
You making history right now.
Come on.
No, we can't see nothing.
You are making
Okay,
history.
I see a sister. She got a head wrap on.
This is one
She
step
got
for
some glasses
womankind.
on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see
She's
you, sis.
smiling.
All right.
Uh-oh, we official.
That's right.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Head right, all right.
We don't see nothing.
Sis fixing her head wrap. Okay.
Looking blessed and highly favored.
All praises. All praises.
Hey, we can't hear. We don't see nothing.
Yeah, we.
These brothers here, man. Hey, give us a second, sis. Technical difficulties. Some of our ITs they still black.
Damn.
I mean, we see it.
Shalom. Can you hear us, sis?
Is your mic on, sis?
Is your phone turned
Turn your mic on, sis.
Oh, that's one thing we're going to tell the people how to do because Zoom is like tricky like that.
Yeah.
She may not have a mic set up.
Well, you know, this a dry room. We trying to figure this stuff out.
Right.
Oh, you got to only see it on
Yes.
Facebook.
Yes, sure. We can't see.
Unmute yourself. Oh, you
Yes,
say your
sis.
mic is up. She said her
The cord.
Yes.
All right, give us a second, sis. Give us a second. Let's keep going while we wait.
Yeah, what's that mucosa?
Mucoid plaque.
Mucoid plaque. So what is that? That's the stuff that's in your stomach that come out.
Yeah, I guess.
So the mucoid plaque is the collection of all of the scrapings. If you know.
The gunk
on the side of your large
Right.
intestine.
So imagine that your intestines have a ridge like this. So every time you it scrapes and these ridges
get collected.
It collects the germs.
So once
and stuff.
you do the cleanse, that allows it to break loose from the inside. So when your stomach is doing all that contract, like when your stomach, you feel like, ooh, that's actually your intestines and stuff contracting and moving whatever it is, so that it breaks that stuff off and it will come out like.
And you know what? A lot of medical, what you call it, professions will tell you that most of your sicknesses start in your gut.
In your gut, right.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna talk about a heathen, John Wayne. John Wayne died of colon cancer, if I remember right. And when they took his colon out, they said it was 50 pounds full of junk. And most people do not get cleanses at all in their life. We think everything is all good. But I guarantee you, a lot of y'all, if y'all don't do any, if never did a cleanse, you have old meat inside of you from 10, 15 years ago. I guarantee.
15 to 20 pounds. They said the average human.
All in the side.
I'm gonna tell you something about washouts. That's something you should do at least
once a month.
I'm telling you something. On the minimum, if you never did it before, 2 to 3 times a year.
As I say, every 3 months you just get you one in,
2 to 3
right?
times a year. Many years ago, I did one. Could have been about 15 years ago. And I used to do it when my mother used to get to me when I was a child. Right. I didn't do it for years. And when I did it, I'm going to tell you something. At the end of you doing the business, when you wipe, it wasn't no fecal matter. Right. It was mucus.
Yeah,
like it comes from your nose.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was mucus. Wow. I'm going to tell you something. That's why people don't realize something. And what you said, a lot of sicknesses in the gut, you have to clean yourself out. You got to.
Right.
You have to clean yourself. That's why people, like you said, they end with colon cancer, all kind of stuff in them, because that stuff is just rotting there for years. It's just a piece of meat that's been sitting there for 20 years.
your body is reabsorbing that stuff.
Right. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Right.
We got to think of it like this too. You clean your house weekly. You clean your outside of your body every night. Well, I hope you do. Or, twice a day or whatever. But the inside, you don't clean at all.
40 years.
You know what I mean? So you got to think of it like that. You are accumulating a lot of diseases, germs, parasites all in your body and no cleanse. Ever.
I saw this one thing. It was called a bezor, where sometimes they like we eat like we have beer. That you eat and hair and stuff get into your mouth. It will go into your digestive system. So it was this lady, and she was having like these weird ass symptoms, like couldn't understand why she was getting dizzy and feeling high and stuff, whatever. She went to the doctor. They did an X-ray. She had a hairball in her stomach, in her intestine, and her medication was stuck in the hairball, and it was time releasing. So she
was getting high.
She was
eating and getting high.
She was feeling high, and it was because the medicine had got trapped in the hairball, and it was time releasing. So I had to go look. Like, what the hell is this beast?
Come on, man. You got to ask how she got a hairball in her mouth.
I'm not.
Come on. Don't. That's what I'm thinking about. That's a lot of hair.
She was licking her cat.
I said the same thing. But I'm just saying, that was just some weird stuff stuck in the stomach that I thought was.
That's a whole lot of hair in your stomach, man. Come on.
Damn, a hairball.
I've been eating for 50 odd years. Come on. How much hair can you have?
Maybe she was licking her cat. Like
She was licking her cat.
Like Officer Canal.
That's one way to put it.
Hey, is ready for Zoom?
Are we ready, Elisha?
Okay, so
come on.
On date, somebody. That's one way to
So
put it.
the mucoid plaque is a pseudoscientific term used by to describe what is claimed to be a combination of harmful mucus-like material and food residue that coats the gastrointestinal tract of people.
That's why your breath stinks.
That's your large intestines right
there.
Right.
Come out your mouth.
Your fart stink.
If
Your breath stink.
Oh man,
everything stink.
Yeah, and you do those washouts. When you do number 2, you won't. I'm telling you, after that, you get washed up. There's no smell. There's no scent. It don't smell like nothing.
Like flowers.
That stuff that smell when you pass gas and you use bathroom is because it's rotten food in your gut.
Oh man,
I'm telling y'all, y'all need to
do a
cleanse.
washout. Wash.
Talking to the mic.
A lot of people don't realize even meat. That's why you're honestly not supposed to eat red meat every day because it takes 12 days for it to pass through your digestional tract and everything. So you shouldn't be eating red meat every day.
Yeah,
and then a lot of
I know, sister. Okay, right. She's looking right at me. I'm talking to you.
Don't eat the steak every day, Bishop.
How do you know? Who told you that?
So
goat count.
Officer Soraya. So
she was talking. She was talking directly. And Bishop, you know, it takes 12 days.
The grill master.
You know, I'm like, okay.
She threw a shot, Bishop.
Yeah.
She threw a shot at the Bishop, man.
So how long did the relieving process take? Because after you pushed your wife out of the way,
I think it was
knocked her over.
Move. For me, it was about 4 days.
4 days.
Wow. 4 days.
4 days
Four
of
days of
consistent pooping?
Yeah,
Of consistent.
Damn, you are full of...
4 days. Damn. Like what?
But the thing is, like, so you don't really know what you have in your intestines until you find something that can really clean it out.
Right.
I got cleaned
So
out.
you had skid marks all in your drawers and all that.
Damn.
On the bike.
Damn, bro.
I don't know.
Don't admit to nothing. You know why?
Right.
Say no comment.
Say no comment.
Plead the fifth.
Hey,
What I will say,
I ain't
is
sitting on your bike no more, bro.
What'd you say?
What I will say, I found the app. The app is called Picture This. The one about the identifying the plant.
Send it to me. Send it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's called Picture This.
Picture This.
All praises.
And
all
to
praises.
help you, again, if you not, like you said, every 3 months, every 3 months to do the cleanse. Another food that you can eat is okra. I know a lot of people may not like okra.
I like okra.
Okra helps you. If you notice when you eat okra, you have a really good movement.
That happens when I drink milk.
Can I be having these words? Luby? You guys don't feel uncomfortable? Luby.
Okay, it's slimy as hell.
Only if you boil it.
It is.
Only
It's
if
gooey.
you add hot water.
Yeah.
And then water.
It'll pass
hot
that
water.
right out.
That sounds like a prop. Let me stop.
Fried okra don't get
off-
slimy, and pickled okra don't get
Officer Lisha.
Yeah, pickled okra is amazing.
Officer Lisha, why don't we just look at it on our phone and we can hear them?
Okay.
We think.
So since that's on the Zoom, please check to make sure your mic is unmuted, because it's unmuted on our side, but we're still having difficulty hearing you. So unmute your Zoom mic. And that's for everybody who calls on Zoom.
Right. Give your phone authorization to use the mic.
Yes.
That same Benji sister, she also has a herb that she uses to help clean the blood as well too. I started taking that.
Really?
What is it?
Yeah,
What is
it's
it?
called on her bottle it's called Freedom.
Oh,
but it helps to clean your blood. She has a lot of good stuff.
She's here with us?
Yes.
Tell her, get in contact with me.
Okay.
If you're listening out right now, get in contact with me.
She's bringing me a detox. I'll get in contact. She bringing me next week.
So what are we talking about, Cap? Come on.
Hey, so let's all right, so we understand the drugs situation. Let's move on. Because the drugs led into Soraya pooping on his motorcycle.
And knocking his wife over.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
When you gotta go.
But babe,
man,
So I understand.
4 stairs is a long way, boy, when you're trying to hold everything.
you know what I mean?
Somebody using a sink.
damn.
There he go again. He says he's weird stuff. Who shits in the sink?
Good night.
Esau.
He's speaking from personal.
If that stuff splashed under the seat.
And if you in Oklahoma.
Shout out to OKC.
or urinal.
What you know? What's
Where did we go?
Okay,
Somebody
let's
took a dump in the urinal.
I think it was like
Tabernacles?
2 or 3
It
tabernacles.
was Tabernacle they did
Somebody
that.
did take
You know,
a dump in the urinal.
historically, Esau is known for doing that. I forget the name of the book. I have it at home.
Yo, you got free time.
But it talks about how like the phrase "heads up" or something about heads or something like that.
The head, that's what they used to call a toilet a head.
Well, no, not that. But it comes from in
Somebody jokes
Europe because there was no septic system. So what Esau would do was they would take their feces and they would just throw it out the window.
Called Gardy Lou. Gardy Lou. They would scream Gardy.
How do you know this stuff?
I just know weird things.
He
They would scream Gardy Lou before they throw the poop out the window.
They throw it out the window.
What is Gardy Lou?
It's supposed to be like warning. It's
Like,
coming.
right. So like you had when you were in, I think it was Europe, but you had to walk looking up because Esau would throw their feces out the window.
That's why they call it the Lou.
That's why they invented the high heel shoes too.
Say it again.
That's why they invented the high heel shoe too.
So that's why Prince used to wear it?
To keep
So
their
you
feet,
walking on doo-doo?
because the streets had so much fecal and
You didn't want to get
No.
it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No wonder the Black Plague riddled that place.
They was throwing crap out the window.
That's why it was such a bad thing to be in the gutter, because the gutter was where the rain would wash all of
the feces too.
Into the
Yo, how do you know this random stuff? Carmela is like the most country encyclopedia.
Yes.
Carmela created.
Carmela is the foremost authority on all fecal matters.
I know a lot of shit about it.
Kicked Out of Heaven. That's the name of the book. Kicked Out of Heaven.
Kicked Out of Heaven.
Damn, he know a lot of ish.
Dang.
Damn.
So what are we talking about?
Hey, let's play this real quick. Let's play this. Maybe Israel will learn that these nations hate their behinds. Man.
Hate your stinking guts.
Juan spends his days on his phone contacting other asylum seekers from his native Cuba.
I
thought of making a list to see how many Cubans there are and give this to whichever organization we could. There are lawyers, doctors, civil engineers. We're not brigands. We wanted the country that will embrace us to see that we can offer things to society. We're not here to extract wealth and go home, but to be part of society and contribute.
Juan says he became aware of the plight of other Cubans when he was arrested while trying to catch a plane to Italy. The walls of his cell were covered in graffiti opposing the communist regime in Havana. Cubans have been arriving in Greece since food shortages led to unrest and a violent crackdown in Havana last July.
Stop. I want y'all to see this. Food shortages lead to civil unrest. In that unrest, what, my voice again?
No, I'm sorry.
What the hell?
No, I'm sorry. Because I remember my wife was telling me on my shoulder. She said, "Baby, I need to go home."
Baby, my Lord, about to give birth.
Something wicked this way.
It just took me.
I'm talking about the article and Sarai's laughing. I'm like, what the hell?
Yo, your wife
if
your wife lets you know she hot with you right now, he's on the back of the motorcycle. My Lord,
I gotta go home.
I got a demon inside of me.
Every sister gonna be looking at that.
He wants to come out.
I couldn't get home fast enough.
He was
my
praying.
Lord, Yes, my love.
Was you hitting every bump?
Listen. We need to go home. Pop that clutch. Let's get out.
Give her the gas, my lord. Give her the gas.
That was the unsafest motorcycle ride.
My sister, I'm so sorry right now. I'm so sorry. We're talking about your bowel movements, man. This is ridiculous. You brothers got to stop.
Nation Saints Radio, man. Oh,
damn.
What you said, we saw it in the Hebrew Journal commercial. The way that the people were acting towards trying to get the supplies, like you were saying that the shortages caused a civil unrest, and we was looking at it in the Hebrew Journal commercial, how they was in the grocery store, bro, acting a whole nigga over some tissue.
I'm gonna tell you something in Cuba.
Yeah, because you've been, yes.
Yeah, Cuba. Right. Let's tell you some repression, suppression, or whatever you would. That place is odd. There, you get. We met a doctor. I'm talking about a medical doctor that drives cabs. They can't make it on their salary.
Sheesh.
His colleague, which is a female doctor, medical doctor, she's a prostitute. This is how they pay their bills. They can't make it with medicine.
Right, doctor and a prostitute?
Yeah,
she STD and
correct me if I'm wrong.
She was like, ooh, but you should get that checked out.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody in Cuba makes the same amount of money.
Yeah.
They all have a car. They all have the same education. Free down the line.
Right. Except you need extra money. Yeah, but that's right. And they give you stipends. Like for food, you can only buy so much food. Restaurants have stipends where they can only sell X amount of food. So there's a black market where you can try to buy in the low. If you get caught, you get in trouble for it. So you can be a millionaire.
But you still can't.
But you can't. I'm telling you, we went to to buy food. Everything is outdated, expired.
Really?
Like when you buy a burger, you got to ask for condiments, and you're like, "Can I have a ketchup?" The ketchup don't taste like it. Tastes like some other stuff, and they only give you one ketchup, and that's supposed to go for the burger and the fries.
Damn.
That's how it is. They don't.
Hell
listen,
no.
So they condiments as old as they cars?
Yeah, I'm telling you something. I understand the unrest there because these people over there, they live a hard life, man. They live a hard life.
So they got the ugly end of the communism
Are they
thing.
allowed to grow food?
Well, I was in Havana. I didn't go into the campos, but I'm assuming the campos you can grow food. But still, that's not going to solve their issues. Their issues because they are not leaning on America. America's not dealing with them.
Right.
The ones that's complaining about Cuba are the Edomites that's there, or the Edomites that went to Miami, and they're trying to bring American influence in there.
Right.
So the way they're going to break them, or they're trying to break them, is embargoes. Like don't trade with them, don't do nothing.
That's what they did with Haiti, right? The same thing they did with don't allow them to do certain
They've had that for
American influence. So the way they're going to break them, or they're trying to break them, is embargoes. Like don't trade with them, don't do nothing.
That's what they did with Haiti, right? The same thing they did with don't allow them to do certain
They've had that for
American influence. So the way they're going to
Well, we on the loop.
Thank you, IT. Thank you.
That's the new guy.
Thank you, new guy.
That's your name from now on, new guy.
The new guy.
Shalom, sis waving. Shalom.
Oh, y'all can see people?
I don't see nobody.
We can't hear.
Who you see on there? I don't see nobody.
I don't know. I think they on Facebook.
No, that's because you're
late as hell.
No, you got your own
Got sound.
I got what?
Look at the bar. You pulled
Who you see on there? I don't see nobody.
Mic check.
I don't know. I think they on Facebook.
No, that's because you're
late as hell.
No, you got your own
Got sound.
Somebody got to mute.
Who you see on there? I don't see nobody.
Mic check.
I don't know. I think they on Facebook.
We hear you.
No, that's kind of.
I don't know what.
Nah, that's the new guy's bad, bro. It's the new guy.
I thought he worked at IT.
Yeah, somebody pays him to do that.
The other.
Somebody pays him for them.
Hey,
So back to what we're talking about. So now these people, they're leaving Cuba, trying to get away from it, and they're going to Greece and they're getting to work over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's keep playing.
The U.S. border is closed to them, so they fly to Russia visa-free, then to Serbia.
Just like you said, the embargoes, it says the U.S. border is closed to those coming from Cuba. They're not allowing Cubans to come here.
Right.
But if you're from Yugoslavia, if you're from Russia,
Afghanistan.
They just let, what, 80,000 Afghanis in here?
$600 million.
But Cuba, which is only, what, 2 hours away from Florida, you can't come here. Okay. Esau is the devil the Bible speaks of. Look up.
You wanted to follow Fidel.
Play it.
Yeah, and walk to Greece.
Many
go
pay
back
about
about 9.
Go back a couple so you get the thought.
Crackdown in Havana last July. The US border is closed to them, so they fly to Russia visa-free, then to Serbia, and walk to Greece. Many pay about $9 a night for a bed in a flat, but with their money running out, they sometimes find themselves on the street. Juan's friend Carlos managed to find a week of work in construction.
I have 11 euros on me. That's all that's left from the week I worked. There are 9 children. Juan and I pooled our money and bought milk and other groceries for them. We are part of a group where everyone helps each other. Tonight, I don't know where I will stay. I will make some calls. If I can't find a place, I'll make a plan. But there are others who are worse off.
Carlos spent all the money he brought from Cuba buying several tickets to fly from Greece to Germany or Spain. Police foiled all his attempts to get there. Cubans could apply for asylum. That would entitle them to a rent subsidy and monthly cash allowance. But they would have to have registered at a reception center, like those found on the East Aegean Islands, the usual entry route for refugees. There was no such center on the North Macedonian border, where they entered Greece. So their only option now is to apply online. Even that is difficult, says Vasilis Papadopoulos, who runs a legal aid charity for refugees.
There are not even Spanish interpreters, because this is a new refugee wave, let's say. Right now what is going on is that the authorities do not register them as asylum seekers and force them, let's say, to leave either back to their own country, to Cuba, or to find their own way, let's say, elsewhere.
These refugees have another option. They can formally apply for asylum before being deported, but then they'd risk being imprisoned back home. We asked Carlos how he felt about that.
I'd rather spend my life in jail here than return to Cuba.
Damn. Saropoulos, Al Jazeera, Athens.
3 hots in the cot.
Damn.
Yeah, he'd know where his food coming from every night, every day. He'd have a bed to sleep in. Some heat.
God knows what his people are. He said we're a nation not desired.
Yep. Right. That's it.
I mean, no matter where you go, you're not desired.
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants you. But guess what? Nobody wants to hear the Bible, though.
And we stay begging.
That's how he started off the video, begging. What we could bring to this country.
We don't want to just take away. We want to work and be a part of your society.
Right.
It probably was an additional shock because, like,
talking to the mic.
A lot of them look lighter. They're not the darker ones that are in Cuba.
Oh yeah, they can't go nowhere.
So you're not even blending in. They don't even want you, the light skinned Cuban.
Yeah, you get over there, you might could pass for like an Ishmael or something. They be like, you learn a little Arabic, you could probably get away as an Ishmael and make a little way for yourself. But
just like
let's get that in Zephaniah 2 real quick. Let's get it. Because think about this. The times to come are troubling, right? How much more when you don't have a pot to piss in?
Or when the Gardalu out of.
Because you know how you have your belongings. Like Bishop, you went down to the border as well when brothers and sisters walk from South America here, and it's really only what you can carry. So the funny thing is, a lot of brothers and sisters who are in these situations, they are already in a mode of surviving off of nothing.
Yes.
Right? But what's happening when there's nothing for you to gather and you didn't have anywhere to store anything or prepare for what's to come? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of our people are going to suffer on a large magnitude because of what they're going to go through because they don't have already. You know, we used to talk about the homeless and things of that nature, but they're without a country, as it says in the scriptures. They're without a country, they're without a land, they're without a home. So how much of our people are going to suffer these same conditions, civil unrest already in Cuba, already in Africa, already in Haiti. What's going to happen when it really hits the fan?
But these are the same scriptures which you brought out last week about when you're persecuted in one city, flee to another.
Right.
So not only that, those are pilgrims on the earth.
Yes.
You had to fly from here to here and walk to here to hopefully go to jail.
Yep.
I hope I'd rather be in jail here.
Right.
The man said, you can seek asylum but risk going to prison.
And you know what's funny? He said, but you have to apply online. Where the hell is computer at?
Right.
The library that you don't speak Russian at or Greek.
Everything is in Greek, and it's
Let me tell you, the same one you see that guy right there, he ain't that bad off. I'm tell you straight.
He said he had a phone.
He was able to catch a flight and get over there
and get a haircut.
The rest,
And a nice shirt.
Trust me, it's
And a
because of
nice
the complexion of the skin. The average Vanessa, the so-called Cuban out there, look like us. They don't got no money to get to the airport.
Damn.
Much less get on the plane to get. And then
You know, Bishop, you say that, but that's the first thing I thought when he said, "I don't have it to stay, but I'll make a call."
Yeah, I'll
Bitch,
make
you got
a
a phone.
Yeah,
He said, "I'll make a call."
Yeah, how you get that turned on in another country?
That's a hell of an international plan.
And that'd be taxing.
So he's chilling all day playing Candy Crush on his phone.
Damn.
Got to find somewhere to live.
His situation ain't dying.
Right. But it's the dark faces that they didn't show.
Right.
Is in a dire constraint.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Because one time Cuba had like the most renowned medical schools.
Right.
Yeah, they was supposed like the best, like you. But when they bucked on America and was like, "We not doing," America's like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Fidel, okay."
Right. They've had embargoes since Castro.
Matter of fact,
from Kennedy.
Kennedy, right. Bay of Pigs.
Oh, you know what pissed them off too? Remember in Haiti, after they killed, was it Haiti that all the Cuban doctors went to help the people?
Mm-hmm.
It was Haiti.
Yeah.
Oh, America didn't like that because America's trying to do a coup and they killed the president.
Right.
They're trying to take it over, and now here go Cuba. We're gonna go send our doctors to Haiti to help the people who are suffering there. America was like, you know what? We definitely cutting y'all ass off.
And they cut them off. They cut them off since Castro. And Castro was the one they were never able to overthrow. Right. And Cuba, they've been giving Cuba hell ever since. And then on top of that, they had Asada Shakur seek asylum.
Yeah, that's what she had.
And she's been there ever since living her life. And America can't stand Cuba for that.
You know what happened? They painted Castro as a repressive regime, and the people hate him. The people didn't hate him. They didn't. Let me tell you something. The ones they hate was all those Amaleks that went over there and turned Cuba into a whorehouse,
a haven for them,
and
they
casinos.
Yes,
and those are the ones. And when all that happened, those Edomites, they ran back to the United States and opened business in Miami to get away. And those are the ones complaining. But you can see videos of Castro walking in Havana by himself getting breakfast. He got a 45 on his hip. He's sitting out talking to the people. No security around him.
Right.
If you hated, there's no way you could do
I
it.
was watching.
There's no way.
That's right.
Did you and he also America really hated Castro. Remember when he opened all the prisons and the mental asylums and put the people on ships and sent them to Miami? So that's when they had them under the bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
For like they did like concentration camps.
That's something you had to be in Miami.
Castro did
like
not.
80,000.
I'm telling you, Castro did not want crime because it was the so-called Jews and the so-called Italians bringing all that mob element there.
Right.
And they turned to like, because Cuba became the conduit where drugs came into America. But they did it. It happened there because of the embargoes. They didn't have no viable way of surviving. So the people lived there. It turned out, but Castro was getting rid of all of that. He said none of that illegal stuff here. You're not going to make, because they was coming here sexing the women, turning all the. He said, no, let's stop it.
Prostitution.
I was using that for like you were saying, they building their companies, and then they was using this. This was the hangout. That's why
Meyer Lansky.
This was they were doing it. They was like, oh man, this is the new white people hangout. We go to Cuba and we go stay and we go party.
They hide their money over there and they go hide their drugs there.
Right.
That's where it's bringing all that rum when Prohibition time to Cuba.
And Meyer Lansky was a fake Jew.
Yep.
Cuba
and
is
the
the
fake Jew mobsters. So them people, they ain't all clean.
Cuba is the biggest country in the Caribbean. It's the largest landmass. So had America got their hands there, they would have had control over most of the other parts of the Caribbean as well.
Okay.
Hence why we don't
Let's talk about this mongrel right here. You got right here.
The devil that she is.
Let me tell you something. These people. Oh, let me stop. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You ready?
Hey, Officer, you got that?
Huh?
You think an apology is what works?
You read this?
Are we good?
No, but I just saw apology.
Yeah.
All right, Bishop, they say we good with the Zoom.
Let's go.
You sure?
Are you sure?
I'm ready.
New guy.
Oh, new guy, are we
you
sure?
sure?
Damn.
His fingers out like this, and he's not looking up.
All right, let's go. Bishop, they say we
Professionalism.
good with the Zoom.
Let's go. You sure?
Are you sure?
New guy.
New guy, are we sure?
He's not sure.
Damn.
His
Come on.
fingers out
Come
like
on
this,
out
and he's
here.
not
Come
looking
on
up.
out
All right,
here.
Let's go.
Professionalism. We're reverbing out the
You sure?
Are you sure?
Patient Saints
New guy.
Radio.
New guy, are we sure?
He's not sure.
His
Come on,
fingers out
come on
like
out
this, and
here.
he's not
Come
looking
on
up.
out here.
Let's go.
Professionalism. We're reverbing out the
You sure?
Are you sure?
Patient Saints
New guy.
Radio.
New guy, are we sure?
He's not sure.
His
Come on,
fingers out
come on
like
out
this, and
here.
he's not
Come
looking
on
up.
out here.
Let's go.
Radio.
But there's no
the
volume.
We don't have any volume.
Yeah.
So maybe theirs is
Caller.
on. Their
The
volume.
caller
He
got
just
a
blamed
mute
on
their
us,
YouTube.
y'all.
Oh, snap.
What the hell?
Damn.
That's right.
Wait. Did Officer Listen just said it's all of y'all phones?
Y'all
The
phone.
mics the mic should. I'm saying
The person calling got to mute their YouTube.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
So how will they
We
hear
appreciate
us?
On the phone.
The Zoom. They're on the Zoom call.
Okay, so when you call in on Zoom, have your YouTube muted, okay? Because it's bleeding through the Zoom somehow, some way. I don't know.
But if they're on the Zoom,
I don't speak IT.
This is above my
how they
level.
gonna be on the YouTube at the same
Maybe
time?
they
I don't
watching
know.
on a tablet or a computer.
Also, listen, you made that up.
You made that up, man. Come on, man.
It's the smile.
So we ain't gonna do the. All right, let's go to the.
Maybe they watching on a tablet or a computer.
Also, listen, you made that up.
You made that up, man.
Patient Saints Radio.
Hey, let's go to the article.
You want me to read it?
He gets
All right.
He gets paid to do IT.
I feel like I'm at the kids' table.
Yeah.
All right. This is
I'm
BBC.
sorry, before you start. Stop. Listen. We do not advocate rape, condone that
That's
kind
right.
of behavior at all.
None.
But come on, help me out. Now tell me, who the hell gonna rape that?
Come on. Bring it out.
I thought that was a
Yeah.
LGBT.
Come on, man.
That's not one of the LGBT
It
folk.
does look a little.
It happened when she was in college.
Come on.
That's her college picture.
That's a high school graduation. I'm gonna tell you, the most I would do with her is arm wrestle.
Right.
Come on.
Look at that strong ass chin. That's Dolph
That's a
Lundgren,
strong
sister.
ass chin.
I must break you.
Guys, Milos, come here.
Slavic.
I must break you.
Go ahead, read it.
All right, this is BBC.com. Alice Sebold apologizes to man cleared of her rape.
So you might just say, okay, she's cleared of rape. But listen, you got to go into the depths of the article.
American author Alice Sebold has apologized for her part in the wrongful conviction of a man who was cleared last week of raping her in 1981.
Last week. 81. She said, my bad.
In her memoir, Lucky, she described being raped and later telling police she had seen a black man in the street who she believed was her attacker.
This is like the Edomite. She looked like the Edomite that accused Bill Cosby.
And Tamir Wright. No, not Tamir Wright. Yeah, not Tamir.
Emmett
Till.
It's the same woman.
Damn, it's all the same woman.
All the same woman.
A statement from Mr. Broadwater released via his lawyer said he was relieved that she has apologized.
Man, we don't want that damn apology.
No, you missed the line. Go back up. Anthony Broadwater.
I'm sorry. Anthony Broadwater was arrested and convicted, spending 16 years in prison.
Damn.
To get an apology.
Damn.
Just to get an apology. My bad. 40 years of your life spent in jail for a freaking
16
apology.
in prison.
16 in prison. And then when he got out, he had to register as a sex offender.
Damn, that sucks.
So he can't sue her civilly like they did OJ?
She ain't got no money, man.
Shoot,
She got bread.
No,
Who
she
is it? She the Lovely Bones person.
The lady who
she did a movie.
and they
okay.
Hey, but you know what? once you're on the sex offenders list, you
getting
can't get off.
Yeah.
Whether
But
it's
that
a
gotta be
wrongful
retracted.
conviction or not.
Well,
they can't retract. They don't retract it. You have to be on there for the time that they put you on. For.
And wherever you move, you have to notify everybody in the neighborhood.
If you didn't do it,
Even if
Even if you didn't do it.
Even if you didn't do it.
Once you're on it, you don't get off it.
And it's a fine line. It could be.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, it's a fine line. Like, again, we know that we don't advocate sex before marriage, but she's 18. I mean, she's 17. Because, different states are different ages for saying that you can be intimate. But you could be
Consent.
18. She could be 17. Yeah. For consensual sex. And just depending on what the family do, you could actually go to prison. But again.
Yep.
I had a cousin went to prison for that. The daddy ain't like it.
Yeah.
He was like 18. The daughter was 16. Stat rape.
Yeah.
Statutory rape.
A statement from Mr. Broadwater released via his lawyer said he was relieved that she has apologized. In Miss Sebo's apology statement, she said, "I am sorry, most of all, for the fact that the life you could have led was unjustly robbed from you. And I know that no apology can change what happened to you and never will." Lucky sold more than 1 million copies and launched Miss Sebo's career as an author. She went on to write the novel The Lovely Bones, which was turned into an Oscar-nominated film by Peter Jackson.
You better sue her for all she got.
So you sold $1 million books?
Lucky's publisher announced on Tuesday that it would stop distributing the memoir while working with Miss Sebo to consider how the work might be revised. The book.
So she wasn't dropped from her endorsements?
No.
Cap.
They're gonna figure out how to tweak the book.
They're gonna remix it
to keep selling it.
They was actually turning this into a movie, and the way that it came out was the producer on the movie saw that the storyline and the script wasn't matching up, and so he began to pick out details, and that's how it came out. It's not like she had a conscience.
Yeah, she didn't find it out.
Esau have a conscience.
Yeah, like
Right,
she
what's
got
that?
found out about it, and people started dropping from the movie, and then somebody investigated it, and then that's how he got released.
The same producer who they fired the producer. I think it's in this article. They fired the producer because he was causing the disruption. Because he's like, all right, this memoir and this is not lining up. Something ain't right.
Hey, so let me get this right.
Damn.
Did she really get raped or not?
She got
That's
raped.
what she said.
Yeah,
she got
that's what she
raped
said.
and went outside and seen a black man.
He did it. The black guy.
Yeah, and this was like a week or so later.
Because you know, if y'all not from New York, you probably don't remember this. This is in the 80s. Tawanna Brawley. Tawanna Brawley was a young sister up in upstate New York. She claimed she got raped, which she didn't, by a bunch of white men. And she's still paying for that today.
Yeah,
she's paying for that thing today.
Look, that's where he at.
Matter of fact, she's paying the lawyer. She and Al Sharpton have to pay the lawyer since they lost that case for slander and defamation of character.
But we don't never see no black
and she
so-called.
She is getting wages garnished from her check right now. Still 30 years
You
later.
said these good white men raped you. Dang.
So I want to know what's going to happen with this.
The book detailed.
She's showing you. My bad.
The book detailed how Miss Sebo was attacked when she was an 18-year-old student at Syracuse University in New York. Months later, she reported seeing a black man in the street who she thought was her attacker.
Months later.
Months later?
What?
Just black guy walking down the street.
You could be any black man.
Go ahead. Read it.
Months later, she reported seeing a black man in the street who she thought was her attacker and alerted police. An officer then detained Mr. Broadwater, who had reportedly been in the area at the time. After his arrest, Miss Sebo failed to pick him out in a police lineup, selecting another man. But Mr. Broadwater was tried anyway, and Miss Sebo identified him as her attacker in court.
Wow.
He was convicted based on her account and microscopic hair analysis. After he was released from prison in 1998, Mr. Broadwater remained on the sex offenders register. He was exonerated on 22nd November after a re-examination of the case found he had been convicted on insufficient and now discredited forms of evidence.
Stop. So go back. It says stop. So no, don't move. He was convicted based on her account, what she said she saw, and microscopic hair analysis. So they say they found DNA. This was back in 1981. They didn't have DNA going in 1981. That's the first thing. Okay, so she had a hairball in her stomach.
Yeah, I promise you I was thinking the same.
Okay, I'm going to decipher the case. She had a fetish for black men.
Yes.
And a black man piped her down.
Yep.
And she knew. Okay, I can't
She would
use those
never be
words.
the
No,
same?
let me stop. Can't use those words.
Kanai does.
And she had a guilt about what she did with a black guy, and she turned around and blamed it on somebody else. So now here's the point. They said I'm gonna show you how this is BS by microscopic hair analysis. So months later, she bathed, and they still finding microscopic hairs months later.
Months.
Come on, that's why the next part of when you read on down, when it says
maybe she didn't bathe.
He was exonerated.
No.
Maybe she didn't bathe.
Maybe she didn't bathe.
Yeah, you know they have bath days. Monday,
he was
Wednesday, Friday,
exonerated
yeah.
on the 22nd of November after a re-examination of the case found he had been convicted on insufficient and now discredited forms of evidence. What would be that evidence? That microscopic hair. Right. So that means that was fabricated.
Right.
So who fabricated? It would have been the district attorney. Right. It would have been the police. It would have been her. Those were the charges need to be leveled at right now.
That's correct, Bishop. And they left that. I don't know
People
if
full
it's,
of crap.
I don't know if it's later on in this article or not. But she originally picked another man in the lineup.
Yeah, we just read it.
Okay.
Let me tell you, in college, these white chicks, they be wanting to get piped down by black dudes. I'm telling you.
All day long.
It's the exploratory phase of their life.
Yep. Right. A lot of these white women now out there, when they went to college, their husband don't even know.
Yep.
That's why it's on BBC News.
Mm-hmm.
They got all of
Yo, this dude, man.
they all got hairballs in their stomach.
All they got hairballs.
Big black.
Yeah, damn mandingy.
That is some BBC.
Outstanding,
but I'm
Kanai.
saying, just look at this case. And honestly, this hasn't picked up the steam that it should. It's being broadcast, but here's the point. She says, I'm sorry, I picked you out, the wrong guy, and let's bygones be bygones.
Yeah, my bad.
And I'm telling you, Jake, we are.
That's when white
Sorry,
Jesus
your life
kick
got
in.
robbed from you. The life you could have had
White Jesus kick in and he'll forgive her.
prior to my lie.
I found Jesus in my 40 years in jail.
Hey, because you think about it, the lie that she fabricated caused her to make up these fabricated stories in her books and make millions off of it. You make millions of dollars off of the art of lying. I'm telling man, listen.
There's a book. There's a book out called. It's an old book called To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah,
and it's very
We
similar.
had to read it in school.
Yeah.
Never
Right.
finished reading.
White women have destroyed nations by that. Nations. They've destroyed Rosewood, different towns of
Emmett
Black
Till.
America. Emmett Till.
That's like
This been going
first
on.
one.
This been going on for a long
Step one,
time.
claim rape.
Hey,
See what happens after
and
that.
This is why God stay away from these white women. Stay away from these nations because we saw it last week, a week before. We talked the football player that threw his white woman to the TV.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Most High got to show Jake, and I know the brother wasn't dealing with her that was walking on the street. I'm not necessarily talking about him, but the situations we put ourselves in by not separating from these nations,
Right.
by not dealing with them whatsoever, by dealing uprightly with God. Firstly, we won't be in the situations with these heathens, man. These heathens have never, ever been to our benefit.
Hey,
not one time.
Can I get a scripture, y'all?
Not one time.
Look at Sirach 12 and 13.
Yep.
Sirach 12 and 13, as Cap just said. We refuse. A lot of us refuse to stay away from these people like they mean us good. It's like we see situation after situation where things like this happen, and we just our people are still blind to us. Let's see what the Bible says.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
See that? That brother got bit. A lot of our brothers get bit dealing with these white women. You understand? You end up in jail. You end up sometimes you end up dead.
Right.
But they hang your ass somewhere up in the woods, and we find you, and the cops find you hanging in the woods.
Yeah. Hey, before we read on, we went over this yesterday in depth at camp, right? Because we taught. I forgot the name of the projects. Who was at camp yesterday? Forest Cove Projects. Now
better known as Four Seasons.
Right. Now there are cutouts in the fence. So yesterday Esau was there bringing food into the projects. So we were reading verse 11. We says he go crouching. Right when he was crouching down to climb through the hole in the fence with the box of food.
Did the camera get it? Did the cameraman get it?
Oh, we got it all. Because he did it like 3 times. We made sure the cameraman got it. Listen, when I tell you the Bible is a true book, everything that Sirach 12 goes through in detail about not trusting your enemy as Cap is going over now, we saw it happen in real time yesterday. Like literally.
He went through all the steps.
But our people are so damn high and strung out. They had no.
Hey,
they couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
You know what's sad? I taught there last week, and every nigga was a scholar all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was a scholar in the hood, in the worst conditions known to freaking Atlanta.
It's horrible over there.
But everybody was a scholar. Everybody knew.
They got a prison.
That's what I was
and
saying.
you can look out your window and see the federal penitentiary.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that?
While we're teaching, they started shooting on the corner, shooting at each other. Right there. We got it on camera.
Right by the penitentiary.
Hey, don't people. Hey, one.
But everybody's a scholar. But they will allow Esau to come in there, give him a little government cheese.
They say nothing.
And they say nothing. They see, you know why? Because they see Jesus.
We got it right there.
I hate
it. Finish this verse and then we'll go to that.
Read the verse again.
I hate it living on
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Oh, there it is right there. That's why you're in the projects right now.
Yep.
Because you love these people and you don't even consider why or how you got in the situation that you're in and your people. Now you're shooting at each other. But when the white man come with a little trinket,
no problem.
You see Jesus and you bow your head.
You know what's funny,
But it's
Cap?
so neat.
Wow.
Hey, I was like, that is a very
it's cut
precise cutout right there. Like, who got one of those saws?
Yeah. Look at that thing. Go ahead, man. Read it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or such as come nigh wild beasts.
See that? You came near. That's the beast right there.
That's the damn
you
beast.
see the beast right there. And you gonna hug on him, take his food. You don't know what he put in the food. You don't know nothing. But you see him come with a gift, and that gift is destroying your heart.
Hands out.
Good.
But we was over there.
Play it.
Take the food, nigga. I'm your friend.
TV out.
He come by himself too.
Right.
It was two of them right here. So they had a bunch of boxes of food in their truck, and they were crouching through. Go back to the very beginning. You can see the cutout hole in the fence, and they were crouching right there. That hole right there. Go back.
Yeah,
right there. They were crouching down and going through that hole.
So they don't even come through the front of the apartments like a regular like
they crouched and went right through there.
No fear.
The lady tell us when we was at camp out there one day, take that back down to 5 points. We don't want y'all out here.
Damn.
But they said.
But look how they listening to Esau though.
Yeah. But that's what I was.
All mouth shut when Esau come out though.
He can stand over your back.
If we got the back part, it's trash everywhere.
I hope y'all got some.
Man, the size of the apartment is gone. The
siding,
side window gone, and people living in them.
So dudes, the drug dealers were walking back and forth to the store. We giving them a fly. Hey, brother, come listen. It's gonna heal our people, heal our community, so on and so forth. Nah, I'm good.
Yep, everybody good.
The brother said
the pride. The scripture about the pride of a poor man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that thing dangerous.
Yep.
The pride of our people is the reason we can't get out of these conditions.
There you go.
That's the reason right there.
The Lord said,
"Oh my Lord,
my soul hateth
a
proud poor man."
Yes.
You want it? You big dummy.
You big dummy.
You a big dummy, man. The Lord hates your guts right now. You too damn proud to realize where you living at. You smell it. You breathing all kinds of mold, asbestos, carpet. Since 1980 up in there.
Yeah, you know that.
You okay with that?
Yuri, did you get the brother with the blue and yellow hair?
No, that's when I was over handing out flyers.
Oh man,
Cap, the Joker say
you could only be oppressed if you let them oppress you. We all have the ability to change our condition. I say, and you choose to stay here?
Right.
Liar. Right. I'm telling you, everybody's a scholar.
That's your go-to?
So, nigga, with all of the choices you got,
right here.
Here?
Everybody's a scholar, bro.
I mean, I ain't trying to say
it's horrible over there.
Hey, that play's been like that since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we Atlanta. It's known for a lot of the bad housing projects, but that's actually one of the worst.
But the first time I passed by there, I thought that the prison was a museum. And I said, "Oh wow, that's dope! Y'all got a museum on it." They was like, "That's the prison." I was like, "The prison?"
And it's huge.
Yes, huge.
Yeah, it's big.
You even see like the quarters where I guess back in the day, the guards and stuff used to live on the property.
No, they're not used to. They have to live there.
Shut the front.
That's
door.
why you got houses on the. If you ride the block, it's houses on.
That's
the
what I
property.
figured.
They have to live in those houses. Yes, they
What,
can't
the,
live anywhere
you said
else.
security guards?
No, the
the
warden,
COs.
the warden, and some of the CEOs. They live on the property.
Oh.
Yeah,
They in jail too. Shoot.
Yeah, they in jail.
their houses are literally
right out.
it's on the property
They
of
have
the
a
prison,
bunch of small houses all around.
and you can look out the window and you can see the
Yes,
prison.
it's evil.
While you barred in.
Right.
Yeah, but
Man, you barred
the
in.
pride in our people makes no sense to us. Hey, let's go back to it. I tell you. Hey, we got Zoom going now?
Oh no!
Or somebody
Hell
asked in the
no.
comments.
Oh no!
Hell no, cat.
That's like Harlem Nights. Remember when Della Reese was like, "You got my mouth all ready for some orange juice," and then you drink
Yep.
a damn swallow.
Captain Shemai, do y'all remember back a few years ago when they was throwing drugs over the fence from Four Seasons?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they caught them like that was like a big thing for years. They would
Yeah, I
throw the
remember
drugs
that.
over
Into the prison.
and the prison people would come out and get the stuff and run back into the prison. And then after like a couple of years of doing like literally a couple of years, the news people got wind of it and got it on the news. Like literally, guy runs, throws the bag, guy comes and goes back into prison.
Wow.
Right there, yeah.
It's ironic they call it the Four Seasons though, 'cause that's a really nice hotel, like a really nice.
It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're going to the
But
Four Seasons.
you got to think about like the idea of the housing project because they want to move everybody to one particular area. So if I give it this beautiful name, you would think that it's intriguing to live there.
Oh, so that's the actual name of it.
Yeah. Well, it used to be.
It used to be.
So what Atlanta does is when you have a certain street or housing project or whatever that's known to not be
Desirable.
right, they changed the name. For example, like Stewart Avenue. It used to be. It's now Metropolitan Avenue, but Stewart Avenue was a major prostitution street.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the police was going over there.
They just changed the names.
That's where the majority of the
Right.
strip
Yeah,
clubs and stuff was.
Right, it was, yeah. And so they changed the names. Four
That's like-
Seasons
like
is now
Bankhead.
changed. Exactly right.
Is
Like
it
what?
like
It's
now
Bankhead,
James
like Godby Road?
Bankhead.
Bankhead is now Donald Hollowell.
Hollowell. High Tower,
Really?
High
Oh,
Tower
yeah?
train station
Yeah.
is now Hamilton and Holmes.
Hamilton Homes.
Atlanta does that. They changed the names of a lot of things to try to hide what it used to be.
So if you Google it, it ain't gonna.
Right.
Ain't gonna come up no
You'd
more.
have to be from Atlanta and know a lot of the old names.
Because they
to
still
know.
call it what it used to be.
Because it's in my mind, it's always Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. What's this, Keto? Oh yeah. All right, yeah, let's play that. The Chronicles of the Devil continues.
The devil. Brace yourself.
It's white male, flannel t-shirt, white hat. We're from the
This
DD
is the body cam of the cop. Come on.
And Bravo 18. We're currently northbound on Oak Tree, going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 15 to 1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled the knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 18. We're on the east side of Lowe's
Who's talking?
in the parking lot, so we're
Cop.
just west
Come on, play it.
of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
There you go.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Look at that.
Wheelchair man.
Look at that.
Wow.
He's in a wheelchair.
Wow.
In his back.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Look at that.
Damn.
Look at this.
Wow. Folks just like the.
Watch this now. Watch this. Might as well cuff him now.
Right. Wow. He saw the damn devil, yo.
Bro, you just hit this man with the whole clip.
A man in a wheelchair with his back
Bravo
turned.
15. We have one gunshot victim.
You think?
Officers are code 4.
So
Bravo
calmly.
156, code 4 for meds to move in at this point.
Bravo 15. I'll need units here. Code 3. We got a lot of people here.
10-4, stand by just one. Is it okay for meds to move in? Is the scene secure?
Yeah, scene's code 4. Meds can move in.
Hey, what you finna do?
Was that an Edomite he shot?
No, that's Jake.
So why did they shoot him? What was he doing?
He stole something.
You better not go in Home Depot, bro.
He stole. He
stole something.
And he looked like he was going into the property.
Maybe he was gonna
He
steal
was
something
going
else.
back.
Apparently,
But that was the report. That was on Sean King's page.
like that don't make no sense though.
But all you had to do
Did he have a weapon?
was put a little stop in front of
He
his
can't go
wheelchair.
nowhere.
He can go forward.
That is
That's what I was
stupid.
about to say.
A little rock.
They said
Just hit the
they said he
emergency
had a- they said-
stop.
They said he had a knife. That man is no threat with that knife to anybody.
Well, like
you
you
can't.
know,
You
Push him
can't-
out the seat.
But you know what? He was already setting up the scene when he was talking because he was like, I saw him. He pulled a knife on.
loss prevention.
Yeah, loss prevention said he pulled a knife on him and I saw him. So he was
In
already
his wheelchair.
setting
What was he
it
gonna
up.
do?
That's
Throw the
crazy.
You could have
knife?
tased him and took that knife out of his hand.
You could have pushed him out that wheelchair if it was that bad.
You could walk right behind the wheelchair and put. He gonna.
Yeah.
He can't do that.
Right.
He was 61 years
Oh,
old.
this is the article. Let's see. Let's read it.
USA Today, Tucson, Arizona. Police said Tuesday a Tucson officer will be fired after video showed him fatally shooting a man in a motorized wheelchair while confronting the Cyber Week sale.
Stop. You know what happens? What happens is when they get fired from one municipality, they get hired 2 towns over.
He'll be a firefighter somewhere.
That's what they did with
With a
Justin
pay
Volpe.
increase. With a
Remember
pay
Volpe that did Amadou Diallo?
Yeah.
Oh,
They gave him a
that's
high-paying
That's the plunger
salary.
guy, right?
Huh?
That's the plunger man, right?
Yeah, the plunger
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
They gave him a high-paying job on the fire. What do you call it? The
The
fire department.
homeowners,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
What's the
public
fi-
housing thing.
Oh, public housing.
yeah.
Public housing.
New York City Housing Association.
It was upwards of $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
He just got out of prison for plungering a man's rectum.
Yeah.
Right.
Killing him.
I remember
So
that.
the point is, when they say they're going to be fired, a lot of times we hoop and holler as a people, like, yeah, we're like it's a victory. No, he just gets rehired somewhere else.
You know what they miss with that too? What they miss with it when it says, this was on the 29th, this article. It says, police said on Tuesday, the Tucson officer would be fired. You know what that is? That's to let him know, retire first before we fire you.
Right.
Retire so you can live with all
Yeah,
your benefits. And all your benefits. If you retire before you're fired, you claim all your benefits, all your medical and everything will be all right.
Then you come back out of retirement.
They don't tell him he would be fired. Just fire him.
That's it.
Wow.
No?
Damn.
Oh yeah, we got a phone call.
New Yorkers, I'm telling you something. In New York, not just New York, but police, those police unions. At least I'm gonna speak about New York. If there's an altercation, a police shoot you, whatever it might be, they have 48 hours before they have to give a report on what happens. In that time, the union give them a battery of lawyers, work out the scenario.
Yep.
This is what you say. Don't say this. They have 48 hours.
Dang.
If you just shot somebody, you explain what happened.
Right.
They got time to prepare.
They have time to prepare. Get a written speech, and then they say what they got to say. And if they know their lawyers are going to say, you're not going to beat this, retire.
Right.
Retire and take your pension. Because if you get fired, you lose your pension, everything.
Right.
I used to feel
Retire,
like
you get everything.
you can't trust nobody who's a police. And I know that was my way of thinking because my mama used to be married to a police, kind of like Dickalicious granddad. Married, a lot of things going on. But with the
You told me, you think my granddaddy was married to your mom? He said. I'm confused. What did she said?
I think her mama was a cop.
Yeah.
No, my mom, she worked for City of Miami.
Oh,
20
okay.
years.
You confused me.
So
You done confused me.
just the interaction that I had with him, and then like one day me and Officer Matthias was talking, and he's a former sheriff, and I was telling him, I was like, bruh, you got maybe 2% of police that is actually there to do a good job.
Yes.
Right.
1% that half is crooked, And the other ones is cowards that can't say nothing to the crooked people.
Right.
And we was talking, and he was like, yeah, you about right, because the ones who would actually speak up about the stuff going wrong in the police, he said they would do stuff like put bullets in their locker, like say you like, hey man, you shouldn't have did XYZ, to that guy. He said the next day he'll come in and there are bullets in your locker, like shut your damn mouth. So I always felt like, how can you be a police if, like, who wants that job to be that person?
It's a hard a big part of policing, and you have to be be up in age a little bit to understand this, especially if you grew up in the inner cities. Policing back in the days was generally police, one or two things. They would hire within the community people because they had police community relations where it would be the same cop working that area, walk up and down, getting to know the little kids. The little kids one day will be teenagers and adults, and they had relations with them. Now, cops come from they come from the suburbs. They don't have no connection with the community whatsoever. So it's easier for them to shoot. It's harder for them, even an Edomite cop, it's harder for them to shoot little Tommy, who they seen growing up and know his mother, walked him home from school. They stopped that kind of policing. Now is bring a 21-year-old from the suburbs out there, fill their minds, because the way he's policing, that's taught to them. And how I know that is the theme throughout America with all the policing, is that they come and shoot first, don't even ask no questions.
48 hours.
That's the policing. It has changed, but all praises to the Most High's change. We need that. We need to be getting killed in these streets like that for people to change.
That's the crazy part.
And I'm telling you, that's the only way. In their affliction, they're going to seek us.
And we have to see
Bishop,
it.
You know what I can say? What makes me think about when I hear about this story? Even if you're not an actual officer, if you work with them and they deem you a part of them, they will protect you. Because my mom, I can bring it up because she's dead now, and I think that was another thing with the Most High. Because you don't deal with stuff properly, she would get in car accidents driving drunk, and she had like 5 different accidents where she this one guy, she almost killed this guy, like flipped him over in a ditch or whatever. When the police came on the scene, because they were responding officers to where she worked, it never came up that she was intoxicated. Took the gun that she had, bottles out the car, everything.
Damn. So that just shows.
And she.
That's that blue wall of silence.
If they'll protect you.
That still shows
the mic.
This country is unjust.
Unjust.
Justice does never go for.
So if you are connected, you have certain connections. Remember back in New York, you used to pull out your little PBA card. Hey, I know such and such.
Oh yeah. I had one
to
of those.
get rid of the tickets and all of that, or they stop you for a car violation or whatever in your car, your tail light out or whatever.
Hey,
you can get out of that stuff. So it really just goes to show you gotta be connected here. If you ain't got no connections and you're just a regular Joe Schmo, you're gonna get the full brunt of the law on you.
Yeah, you remember the Fraternal Order of Police?
Yeah.
I used to get those so I could have a little sticker.
Me too.
Yeah.
And never sent no money.
Hey, they start calling looking for that donation. You be like, oh, I'm gonna get. I thought I sent it already, but I got that sticker. So when the police pull you over, you be like,
they think you get
right.
Yeah, I support you, sir. I understand you're just out here doing your job.
So now let's think of this. Now you got the Ahmaud Arbery case. They got convicted. All praises, right? Everybody happy. All the Sharpton and all these folks going crazy about that thing. But they didn't get sentenced yet.
Right.
Everybody's so freaking happy. But we just got an example of the system being unjust with your mama.
Yeah.
Your mama got out of accidents, car accidents, almost killed a man, and everything swept under the rug. So Ahmaud Arbery's case now, the suspects, the convicted felons, they were cool with the DA. The story wasn't even going to come out if it wasn't for the white reporter. So now, what y'all think going to happen with the sentencing? Is it going to be just or is it going to be unjust? Because we've seen time and time again in America that these things don't go in our favor. Maybe give 1 year, 2 years, a little probation here, Amber Geiger's still trying to get off right now. She only got 10 years for killing a man in his drawers, eating ice cream on his own couch.
When they say 10, they don't serve 10.
Yeah, she ain't gonna serve no 10.
3, 2, 2.5.
She already tried to make appeal to get out of jail.
That's what they're doing now, Cap. They're trying to appeal the verdict.
Yeah.
In Georgia, the murder conviction is supposed to come with a life sentence. So we'll see.
I don't see that happening.
Nah, it ain't happening.
Somebody just said a lot of them are KKK according
Talking
to
to the mic.
A lot of them are KKK according to the FBI report published about 10 years ago.
What, that the police is?
A lot of the police are active KKK members, I guess.
They got their uniform in the day and they got their pillowcases on at night.
Yeah, I got to mean this.
Well, that's why you got to think of it when we find a brother or sister lynched in the morning, and the case they go to the cops. The cops always say, "Well, there's not enough evidence."
It was suicide.
It was
like where the chair was
not
at.
enough
How this
evidence.
man got up on this tree? It got to be a ladder out here. It should be a stool. It should be something where this man climbed this tree.
You know, blacks can climb trees.
Or he shot himself in the head.
Everybody
twice.
knows that.
Come on.
All right. Who didn't know that? They're monkeys.
Hey, we still got
a phone call.
Damn. Y'all took too long.
Y'all be forgetting about people.
She gave up.
Hey, call back.
They be like,
He got impatient on Patient Saints Radio.
Impatient Saints Radio.
Paul, you too impatient, man. Have some patience. We done with this article?
Yeah. Let's move on.
That's terrible.
America
funny.
Land that you love.
Hey, you know what's crazy? We talk about the Seabold lady and the Ahmaud Arbery. Jake, you don't even have the information to even get your people's like problems acknowledged. It's taking reporters and movie producers going, this ain't adding up.
See, this is where the pastors fail as leaders in our community because they're supposed to be the ones going before the judges and the people to really fight for our people. They ain't doing none of that. Our people, they gotta get discovered by somebody.
Right, like the Ahmaud Arbery case was not going to come to light unless the white journalist was able to go into the police station and get answers to his questions. That wasn't Al Sharpton. That wasn't those 200 passes that you see in front of the cameras. It was a white reporter.
That's
Cap. The video was going around town.
Right.
The video.
Explain that.
So they knew exactly who did it, where they lived. So they knew exactly who did it. The video was going around town.
None of them Edomites in that residential area in that city put it to light. It had to be somebody from out of town to do it still.
This is what happened. They were sharing the video amongst themselves, and somebody leaked it out. And now the video started getting around to the community. Even then, nobody did nothing to those Edomites, right? All them Jakes that were all tough in the video, in the promo video we did, they didn't do nothing to the Edomites. It wasn't until somebody sold that video to a radio station. That's when the GBI came down and finally said, "Hey, we got to do something."
But that's how you know that their mindset is, again, just they are their forefathers, because back in the day it was the postcards, like in all the different memorabilia that they would keep they did with us.
Right.
And that's their mindset. It didn't bother them because he's not upright.
It's a great video. What do you mean?
Hey, but Captain UZL made a good point. So black folks in that town seen it too.
They knew,
Okay, so all you tough ass niggas in Brunswick, Georgia.
No, not you.
Why you all
big corn-fed,
I'm on
tough ass, country ass,
country big bucks out
grits
there.
eating ass.
Why you ain't go see was it the McMichaels?
I mean, ain't nobody in
Why you
front
ain't go
of
see the McMichaels and do damage?
John
You
Coffey.
or are you only tough to your own damn people?
right, because they would have flooded the street. Let it would have been you. Hey, they would have tried to drag you out the house and beat the brakes off you. They know you did it.
How is George Zimmerman still alive?
That part.
How are these dudes not getting knocked? You know, Jake, they'll go shoot up young Dolph at a cookie store.
Right.
But then the dudes that are killing the young men and the children in our community, the women, they get off scot-free.
Hey, the fact because we're troubled that Edomites don't value our lives. They don't value our lives because we don't value our lives.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. So they're like, hey, that's just how they always have that urge to say nigga, right?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, they have this urge
they used to say it freely, but now they have this urge now to want to return to that because they're like, well, don't you guys call each other nigga?
Yeah. Literally, when I was in the military, I had a master sergeant.
That was your master?
This is his rank.
That's the name of the rank.
This is his rank. The master sergeant. There was 62 people in the squadron that I was in. Right. 3 was Jake.
Damn, 3?
It was 3 of us out of 62.
What year was this?
This was 2000, 2001, something like that.
Oh, yeah. You having it
Yes,
terrible.
they bullied us.
You had it bad,
Yeah,
bro.
they bullied us. But so they used to do stuff.
No wonder you crazy.
They used to do stuff like, they just really used to do stuff like we'll be eating breakfast and we'll come outside and all the vans are gone, everything is gone, and they be like, we didn't notice, we didn't see them. Or, they just do stuff like that. Like, we go out somewhere, they come back like, we saw them and they were in regular clothes. We be like, no, he wasn't. Then everybody like, we get interrogated. Why were you
Not in a uniform?
not in uniform? Like, so these people say anything they want to say about us, and this is how it was. So one day, the master sergeant, we had formation. The master sergeant goes, Airman Walker, this is one of the other guys there. How come when your friends call you nigger, you don't get mad, but when I do, you get upset? And this is in front of 62 people. We all sitting there like, and guess how it came to light that happened. It was a black female. She was one of the commanders over us.
Oh, okay.
And the other 3 were white males. She didn't say anything. It took a white airman that went and reported it to Equal Opportunity that they're harassing these 3 black guys and nobody's saying anything about it. Wow. None of us couldn't say. We go say something. We like. They like.
It never happened. It never happened.
And it took a white person to go. But that guy asked like in front of everybody like, when your friends call you a nigga, you don't get mad. But when I do, you get upset. We like.
So you're traumatized.
Yeah. I'm traumatized. And when I filed my claim, I've got PTSD.
100%
being traumatized by being called nigga.
Yeah, real talk.
There was a video of like, it was a Jake brother and a guy on a radio station or TV, and he was like, the white guy asked me, he said, "Why do black people get mad when they call each other when we call them the N-word, but you guys said it in your music?" And the guy goes, "Well, say it then."
I'll say
it. Yeah, I'll say it with you. It's okay.
What's the actor? What's his name?
Delroy Lindo.
Yes.
Hey, with a name like Delroy, he about that business.
Yes.
That's why they made him the sheriff and how the harder they fall.
He said, I bet your right arm. You won't slow down about that, son. That'd be a bad bet, son.
Hey, real quick, man. Let's play this real quick, man.
I ain't no nincompoop.
Because this is
We need Deacon and REA for this.
Hey, that metaverse
happening
thing crazy.
in a fake world called the metaverse. So
virtual real estate is a way for those companies to buy the land, the pixels, the parcels inside those games.
you can generate revenue by selling advertising. Is that correct?
You can generate revenue, you can charge rent, you can sell space for advertising, you can build a museum and charge admission. There's really no end to the things you can do.
Decentraland is the first game of its kind, a virtual world where the community gets to vote and decide on how it changes and grows in the future. There is no central entity that controls the fate of this game. And what makes it really unique is that there's over 43,000 equally sized pieces of land that are owned and traded by people like you and I all over the world. Landowners are then free to build anything they want on the land that they own. And it gets way more interesting. And before you ask yourself, why would I pay money to own land in a video game? I think the better question to ask is, why are other people paying money to own land in a video game? Check this out. Every piece of land you see listed here has sold for over $5,000. And this connected set of 3 blocks of land right here just sold for $78,000. And this is all within the last 48 hours. All right, let me paint the picture for you, right? So it's 2 p.m. on a Saturday inside Decentraland. Elon Musk just had a virtual Tesla talk inside this tall building. And now that it's finished, over 5,000 people spill out into the street. And the first thing they see is this billboard right here. That's over 5,000 pairs of eyeballs staring directly at an advertisement. Kicker number 1, this billboard ad is clickable. and can take players directly to the app.
Stop. Let me have Psalm 64.
Bring it out. Damn.
Psalm 64, I think it's verse 5 or 6.
I think I'm going to stick with real land.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 5.
Is it 5 or 6?
Evil matter.
Every thought of them?
It's deep.
Yeah, verse 6.
Verse 6. Read that real quick.
Psalm 64, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Now, we got a call? Okay. You got to think about this. There is a deep thought process that went into buying virtual real estate. Right. Says that the parcels of land sell for about $5,000 to upwards of $78,000 in a video game. My Bishop can elaborate or disagree. My thought is they're preparing us to be at home for long periods of time. So what we're doing is we're being trained to stay at home because, as we know, the plagues, as the scripture says, are coming. They are getting our minds ready. All the comforts that you may have, even as far as dealing in business, trade, things of that nature, are all going to happen from your home. The way the metaverse is being set up. Anybody ever seen the Stepford Wives?
Yes.
With what's his name? The dude from Die Hard. What's his name?
Bruce Willis.
You lay in that chamber, just like Avatar. You lay in
No,
that
that's
chamber.
that's
Minority
no.
What, Demolition Man?
No. It's not Stepford Wives.
Thinking Juice's grandfather started it.
Ready Player
Who?
One, too.
Thinking Juice's grandfather started.
He started it. He started that one. What's the name of it again?
It's so with an S, but they walk around and their bodies are
Stepford Wives.
No, not Stepford Wives.
No, it's not Stepford Wives.
Oh, you're talking about the thing back in the day.
Surrogates.
Is that what it's called?
Surrogates.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Surrogates.
Surrogates. It's not Stepford Wives?
No, it's surrogates.
No.
It's surrogates.
Stepford Wives is with the weird wives that are robots.
That were robot wives.
Oh, no. I'm thinking about surrogates.
Yeah, when
That's
they
the
lay in
one.
that thing, but that other body moves around.
Right. And y'all let me say Stepford Wives like on 3 different
I tried to
shows.
stop you. But Thinking Juice's wives started it.
Surrogates. That's the one. So when I mentioned Bruce Willis, that's how you got it.
Right.
Okay, my man. Thank you. So Stepford Wives, you lay in this chamber.
Surrogates.
Surrogates,
Scott.
They both start with S's.
No, I can't watch the Friday
Surrogates.
night.
And I've never seen Stepford Wives. It's the crazy part.
Word.
Wow.
Word.
Right.
Word.
Surrogates, you lay in this chamber and you live a totally different life outside of your home while you're in this chamber in your home.
Right.
You don't think metaverse is along the same lines?
Right,
Exactly.
right,
Create an
right,
avatar that looks just like you. You put on the eye, the goggle things, whatever, and you live in an entirely different world.
This is like the movie Ready Player One.
Yes.
Because they had, if you've never seen that metaverse is literally, that's what they do. They put on the goggles and they even had like whole suits.
Yeah,
and you can talk and interact with people.
I'm
different
thinking about the
Yeah.
wickedness that they're gonna do behind this as well.
Have you seen
with
it?
Devices and toys.
If y'all haven't seen, you gotta see. You gotta see Ready Player.
That's already happened.
Pornography in there.
You gotta see Ready Player One.
Committing fornication in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Player One, you
I
can
got
get
one. I
married,
just use it for boxing and fitness.
Hey, Cap, you got a confession? Play the
A
music.
word.
Cap.
I got
Boxing.
All right. Yeah.
It's a
boxing
way to
cap?
lose weight.
Yeah, but the one you have is central. It's like a game is just for you.
Yes.
But this you can connect with.
I ain't got one of these.
Okay.
I ain't got one.
I'm saying you the one the
I've been
that
on this
you
thing.
have though. But I'm saying
I
if
looked into
y'all
it.
should watch Ready Player One. It's
Decentraland.
literally
You know
what it is.
where this the testing of this began with? Games like Farmville.
Yes.
Farmville. Yes.
Where you,
The Sims.
Where you plant
building.
crops. And then here's the thing. If you want to plant crops quicker and it produce quicker, you have to go buy tokens or whatever.
Right.
And you spend real money to buy to
Right.
play the game. That's where NFT and all that stuff is coming from right
Right.
now. So those were the testing grounds to see. Sidebar, a lot of stuff that we see now is things that was put into test psychology. Like like The Real World and those shows
Yes.
like that early on was to see how do people interact with each other.
Social
And
experiment type stuff.
That's social experiments. And then 20, 30 years down the line, they started to slowly implement it and put it into play. This right here, let's go back. Cell phones, us being on the phone, it's teach us to disconnect from one another and live in this. People have an addiction where they can't put the stuff down.
Yes. Right.
So now once you learn to live in this world and this is your life, then they give you this. And that's what you said about the porn and all the stuff.
Right.
Let me tell you something. They're preparing us and people cannot see that.
They already have
You know,
it.
they've been doing this since when did Total Recall come out?
Right.
90s.
You had Total Recall.
93.
You had Matrix when they
What is that series on HBO where they live in an alternate world? Like
Carbon.
No, it's a series. It came out a few years ago.
Oh, Westland.
Westworld.
Westworld.
Oh, yeah.
Watch that.
There's also a show called, I think it's Blackwater.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
They've been doing this for a while.
So they already have the. I was trying to send. They have the gloves already that they're making, the metaverse gloves, so that you can feel what you're feeling.
Yes. So
you know what they're gonna do with that?
OnlyFans about to be on a metaverse.
Oh, God.
They have a machine that recreates the scene that you're watching.
Now, officer, there was a scene just like that in Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Stallone. Remember, he put the glasses on,
right?
Yeah, he was supposed to have sex with the woman with the glasses,
and they was a
but in the movie Ready Player One, the guy, he has the suit. And the suit can let you feel whatever with the hands. You can take the woman with whatever you want to do in the Ready Player One virtual world, wherever you feel it in the suit.
So folks gonna be brothers gonna be having a virtual adultery.
They're gonna be like, Cap, I need to talk. Listen, Cap, I need to talk to you. I caught my husband cheating. He was cheating on me on Bluetooth.
Right.
Damn, but Bishop, it's got Bluetooth.
Meta-thought.
But
meta-thought.
So it was a machine,
a virtual thought.
There's a machine that the male, he sits in his lap, and it has the orifice, and the orifice.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Hey, this some weird. I'm telling you, these geek Edomite dudes that's out there on some weirdo.
Can never get none.
So it does what. So say he's watching whatever movie, right?
Yes.
It recreates supposedly what the movie is
I guess
doing.
They wasn't patient enough.
So instead of him just watching it, he puts the thing in his lap.
We talking about the movie like a porno,
right?
Oh, shit.
So
I'm like,
he
talking about Total Recall and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Next minute he's gonna sit on his lap.
No, he puts the.
He put on then he puts it in VR glasses, and Arnold Schwarzenegger looks back at him. How do you like it?
It was like
He got a lap dance by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
like a box where he could put his rod in the box, right?
Put your rod in the box.
So now
they already got
that's like Clubhouse.
So now he watches the movie, and the movie does like if it's
It mimics the
what's happening.
And this is out right now. People have this.
Hey, but Mark Zuckerberg talked about it.
Stuff, man.
Mark Zuckerberg said that he changed Facebook over to Meta, and he's saying that with like FaceTime and stuff, it's not as interactive as it would be if it was like a hologram. So they're working on haptic technology where you can feel things.
That's the haptic gloves that they have.
And if I go like this to you, you'll be able to feel it from your house, and I'm here. So you're supposed to be able to feel the presence of other people.
Watch the movie Ready Player One.
Or a new
Send it to me.
A newer one that's on Netflix, Black Mirror. I had to stop watching it though.
I
had the same thing with. Yeah, it's like
I watched one episode.
Yeah,
you felt somebody touch you?
No.
No. The video game episode.
That took me out. I was like, okay.
Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about.
There's your boy. What's his the black
Mackie.
dude, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
So him and his best friend are
No.
playing. Him and his best friend are playing a video game.
No, don't say what they do.
And in the video game,
where's this going?
I'm good.
They get to feel what.
Right, one of them end up being a girl, and then because he always choose the girl who fight, and then
Into the mic.
other one choose the gentleman.
And so they're able to have relations in the video game, but they can feel it. So he's literally
screwing his
nigga,
boy?
you gay. His best friend. Yeah.
So he go to his own. He like, boy, let's play the game. They start fighting. He be like,
yeah.
Hey,
Right,
yeah.
and then he
So
stopped. He stopped being with
It's
his
on
wife
Netflix.
behind it.
Huh? Baby, say it again.
He married like his high
It caused
school
problems in his
sweetheart.
marriage.
Yeah, he married his high school sweetheart.
Bro,
He
it's
loved
crazy.
her. Never had no interest in their relationship
Until he started
And
knocking down his
right.
homeboy.
And she thought he was
He
cheating.
was knocking down his homeboy virtually.
Virtually.
As his homeboy is
Virtually.
like the big-breasted
Yes, as the girl.
female character.
And they caused problems in his marriage.
And I had to stop
Damn.
watching.
Hey, but at the end, the black woman allowed him once a year to go into the game and
play.
bang his homeboy virtually.
Yo, this is like some gay ass. She's like
And
a
she
gay
could do the same
Twilight
thing.
Zone.
I think that's why I stopped watching it. The
Yeah.
first gay moment I see, I'm good on the show.
I read about it on the blog.
I'm done.
Hey, but she got at the end, right, where Officer Yuri's going
Most
into.
like a judge this earth.
She
Lord
gets
Jesus, I heard it all.
she gets to cheat in real life too, though.
Yeah.
But he gets
Right.
to do it in the video game.
Hey, that's why in Matthews, when Christ said, if you think on a lust, because it's gonna get so deep that brothers can say, I never even touched her. I was in the metaverse.
But Christ
Man,
is way
he covered
Christ,
it.
is way,
already
he
knew
already
what you were
covered
gonna
it.
do that.
He
Yeah.
covered it.
You gonna be on the porno
Ready Player
box.
One, he
Yep.
talks about buying
So
stuff
that's how
and
we-
it comes to his house.
Who?
He lives in a ghetto.
Who?
But they Ready Player
Ready Player
One.
One. Y'all gotta watch that movie.
Tells you I sent the trailer
So,
to
so,
the
so
Facebook.
now we're gonna have to put brothers out, and the reason is gonna be for
right.
When it's in the group, hey, we put them out for
You already got
busy in the damn
fornication.
virtual reality joint.
Hey,
Brother,
so,
stand up.
so we're gonna have to have a team set up to check y'all meta accounts.
Well, can,
Right.
the, can the purple go? Can the purple go? And so
Can the
do you have
purple
to
go
spend
what?
real money?
Yes. Yes, you have to spend real money to buy
is
the
it-
land.
So is it
Yes.
so the $5,000 in the metaverse would be $5,000 out here?
No, you spend
Yeah.
5,000 out here to say, hey, let me get this piece of metaverse, and then you spend money like you said, like NFTs, like they selling these little characters for like thousands of dollars. Like, oh, it's only 10 of them. You better get them now.
You can get on this for free.
Because what this is saying is, he's as you go on, it's going to tell you, when people play this game, which millions of people's already signed up for it, as they play the game, they're going to run past ads like this,
And they can click on your
and
click on it.
they have the ability to click on it. So let's say, Lord's willing, IUIC has an ad.
That's
Gotta
right.
have one.
Yeah, that's
You gotta
right.
have a Deuteronomy 28 billboard out there.
Right. So what they can do is, as they're playing the game, and this is your avatar, you're running through doing whatever. You see the ad. Hey, what's Israelites Christ about? They click it and it take them to your website.
It says, get the hell out the metaverse on it.
I went to the website. It's $75
Which
for
will
15
remind us.
days for the ad.
So your ad is $75 for 15 days.
Yep.
Now that depends on the plot because everybody owns plots of land, and you can, if let's say you have a bigger plot where there's going to be a big event on, you can charge more for that billboard because there's more people looking at the
Hey,
billboard.
let's take the phone call, man.
And if let's say you have a bigger plot where there's going to be a big
this
event
stuff is too
on,
wonderful for me.
you
This
can
is
charge
my
more.
life.
for that
Fantastic,
billboard 'cause
right?
There's more
Yeah,
people
this
looking
is
at
my
the
Hey,
billboard.
let's take the phone hey, call, slow man. call.
And if let's say you have a bigger plot where there's going to be a big
This
event
stuff is too
on,
wonderful for me.
you
This
can
is
charge
my
more.
life.
for that
Fantastic,
billboard 'cause
right?
there's more people looking at the
Hey,
billboard.
let's take the phone call. Slow call.
And if let's say you have a bigger plot where there's going to be a big
This
event
stuff is too
on,
wonderful for me.
you
This
can
is
charge
my
more.
life.
The new guy.
The new guy. What's up with this new guy?
All right.
So why is it doing that?
Big
This
event
stuff is too
on,
wonderful for me.
you
This
can
is
charge
my
more.
life.
It's the metaverse.
New guy.
The new guy.
It's the freaking metaverse.
Yeah, I think it's the new guy, man. Can we take the phone call now?
The new guy.
Big
This
event
stuff is too
on,
wonderful for me.
you
This
can
is
charge
my
more.
life.
No.
The new guy works for the metaverse.
They say, hey, you want to get this? He's like, I can do it. He can't do it. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Oh my God, y'all echoing again," and we're playing.
Can we? Are we good now for the phone call?
Finish playing that video.
We never had a problem before
That's
this new guy
website.
showed up.
Go back.
Kicker
Go back.
number
Go back
two.
a little bit.
Stop lying on your resume, new guy.
Right. When you
I
lie on
think
your
you got
resume,
lied
got
on
a
his
job
resume.
anyway.
You do IT? IT?
Say less.
What? I got you. On me all day.
Cybersecurity.
Humming.
So it's 2 p.m. on a Saturday inside Decentraland. Elon Musk just had a virtual Tesla talk inside this tall building. And now that it's finished, over 5,000 people spill out into the street. And the first thing they see is this billboard right here. That's over 5,000 pairs of eyeballs staring directly at an advertisement. Kicker number one, this billboard ad is clickable and can take players directly to the ad's website. Kicker number two, you can own the land that this billboard is sitting on. That's right, somebody owns this very block of land. They built the most simple billboard on it, and now they can make passive income anytime someone buys ad space. It's their land, so they keep 100% of the money. You know what? Let's buy a billboard ad for DeFi Donut right now in the game Decentraland. All right, so I click on the billboard and we go to their website. All we do is paste a link to our ad's image. Then we select the time frame. Let's just say I'll rent the billboard for 1 day. All we have to do now is choose what crypto to pay with. Let's go with ETH. And just like that, whoever owns this stupid virtual land that you probably thought was worthless has just made passive income from owning virtual real estate. And honestly, this is only scratching the surface. Let's show you guys some really, really cool ways that people are monetizing their land. Before we continue, let's look at why people would want to own land in the real world. Number one, finite amount of space plus a growing population only means that land can get more valuable, right? Number two, advertising opportunities, billboards, banners, TVs. I mean, you've seen Times Square. Number three, speaking of Times Square, businesses love heavy foot traffic and eyeballs, right? They just want to get seen. And lastly, not to mention any business, whether a pizza shop or a fitness center, needs land to build their business on top of, right? And more times than not, it's way cheaper to rent some land instead of buying it. Guess what? The exact same reasons drive demand for virtual land. It's the same humans wandering around in the real world who are also wandering around in the virtual worlds. And I'm sure a lot of people are...
I can't get with Esau's craziness, man.
Make you crazy.
I mean,
they sell you nothing.
I'm with Bishop. I have a hard time with my watch, man. I can't.
Yeah, this is above my... I'm going back to 8-track.
Yeah.
There's going to be a group of people that are going to be on this that are going to like literally just become wasted away because they're just plugged into this because their real life is just so bad.
So like that movie with
Let me tell you, I was the crazy dude who I have SoundCloud on my phone now. I can't get it to stop playing in the car.
Just turn the radio down and ride. I don't know how to stop it. I just turn the radio off. Just ride in silence.
Make it stop.
I mean, literally, I could. Every time you get into the car, it just starts playing,
and that drives you crazy.
It drives me crazy, and it won't stop. I close the app. I'm like, what kind of devil invented SoundCloud?
You have to actually, even if you close the app, it will still play. So you have to go back into the app, signed in or signed out or not, and you have to stop it from playing, and then come out.
But I've done that. And when I go leave the car and come back, it
doesn't.
Starts playing. I just deleted the whole app. I'm good.
And that's on your iPhone.
Bring it out.
It's on SoundCloud.
iPhone.
It's on SoundCloud.
iPhone for life.
iPhone got the devil on it.
Cap, I think me and you might be the only ones standing.
We the only left
But hold on,
holdout.
but Cap, why was Soraya explaining how to do it?
iPhone.
I'm helping.
No, because I'm helping
We
you.
got to help the iPhones out.
He has it.
Because I'm helping you. I don't have the problem. I'm helping you.
Soraya, Cap, you two are gonna turn.
Nah, no, sir.
Officer Soraya's phone's a box. It's like a big rectangle.
He'll turn.
It's fun. What's wrong with my phone?
It's in the metaverse.
It's one
right
giant
now.
screen. It's like a little TV.
It's a metaverse.
Your phone got a metaverse on it. You got the mark of the beast.
It got heptanic functions. I feel it every time.
Shout out to all the holdouts that's still holding on. That's holding on the Android line. Shout out to all those still holding the Android line. You know what I'm saying?
Soraya holding on just because.
No flip flopping around these parts. You know what I'm
You want to be
saying?
adverse.
I am. I've never followed the crowd.
You all will turn.
Hey, before we close out, I want y'all to play a video. I tried to get it last week. I think I forgot last week, right? Let me see if you got the video from last week. Nisha's daughter about Thanksgiving.
You wicked.
Yeah. The people need to see that, man. You know what I'm talking about?
It's in the telegrams.
It's in the
Somebody said flip phones for life. I'm with you. My life was much simpler when it was just a flip phone.
I'll find it for y'all, but I want
phone connect.
I want to give it a little shout out, man.
You get in the car, phone just connect, start doing like look at it, man.
It was much more simpler, man.
That was getting weird. I woke up to an ad. Me and Bishop were talking about something yesterday, and he was showing me a pair of shoes. I'm like, I don't like them. But I opened up my phone, and then I see the same pair of shoes on my phone. And I never looked these up. We were just talking about it yesterday.
Yeah. The smartphone makes us dumber.
Yeah.
It does.
So
that's true.
So
the smarter the phone, the dumber you are.
I was reading the article.
Because, you know.
Hell, I got a confession.
And I can say that for myself because it's a dependency. Because let's say, for instance, you ask for a script. One of my first instincts is grab my phone and get it. So the crutch that this phone provides is actually a hindrance because what it did was, without this, you're forced
Your mind had to be stimulated.
to attain what was written here.
Right.
You're forced to do so. You know what I'm saying? But with this, you're like, oh, I'll just look it up. Boop, boop,
Yep.
boop, boop.
And so the science, whatever falsely so called, behind it is our brain is gonna find the quickest route to complete
The
any
solution.
task.
Yep.
So rather than remembering, which was what it is built to do, this has now provided a step in between remembering.
Right.
So what happens is your
What is
brain,
wrong with Soraya?
your brain does not.
No, I'm thinking
About the motorcycle?
No,
Oh.
I'm thinking about. There's been times where I've been, because you're talking about the dependency of the phone. I've been getting ready to send a text message and forgot how to spell the word and got mad at spell check because I couldn't spell the word right, so I couldn't find the word. So I got to change my whole sentence around to say something.
I was gonna say good, but now I have to say fine.
Like, I'm mad at spell check because it can't find the word that I'm trying to spell because I'm spelling it wrong. So I changed my whole sentence.
Yeah, kids can't spell now. Like kids, their spelling has got.
They can't. Depending on
my generation.
They can't tell the time.
They don't know. Yeah,
Listen,
No punctuation.
all of you that drive trucks, if you've been driving for a while, there was a time we used paper maps.
Yes.
You had
paper maps,
you had a paper map.
God
and
forbid.
You be shifting
Yeah.
gears.
Yep.
You'd be like A14. Oh, you look like this, like
Yeah.
okay, right here.
God forbid.
Yeah, when what was it? MapQuest? I think that was one of the first ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I could never. I had to.
Microsoft
I used to use the maps.
Yeah. And then now to the point. I'm sorry.
It's GPS now.
But now, even in the city I'm in, I'm going someplace that I normally go to,
And you turn on GPS.
and I still be turning the GPS. And in my mind, like I drove so many years as a truck driver that instinctively stuff.
Right.
But I got so dependent on it. I'm like, what exit did I get off? This is 4 years later. What exit again?
Yeah.
Man, you go here regularly.
Right,
it's because
right.
without this, I'm telling you right now, if everybody right now leaves their phone here right now, you'll be crippled.
Yep.
You'll be crippled.
Back in the
Because
day,
You wouldn't know how to think.
You know what's funny? You'll leave the house and you run back in because you forgot your phone.
Right.
Mine is
But there's a ton of brothers at times who forget their Bibles.
Damn, I forgot that. Left the Bible here for months.
You know how
don't
many
ask about
Bibles
it.
we collect here that people leave their Bibles gone, sometimes never
And
come
they
back
don't
for?
ask about them.
Like, how the hell? I'll lose my damn mind.
Right.
The dependency is on this opposed to the Word of God. And it's hurting us as a people.
Esau
See
still
what
got
I'm
us,
saying?
man.
And to just a little bit on what Bishop just mentioned about the map, right? We talk about the end times that's coming. Your GPS is not going to work.
Ooh.
So you have to have a sense of how can I decipher a map, and not just a map. And we're gonna shout out to IUIC prepping page on the way. We're gonna be showing you how to use a map, even a topographical map, because let's say you are planning a route, you're fleeing from city to city, right? There's no GPS. You can't, and no one should be just trying to figure it out. Hey, we're just gonna walk until something happens. No, because you're gonna walk into perils.
This tree looks familiar.
Right. You have to have a point of direction and the route to get to that point. A topographical map is a map that shows mountain ranges, ridges, waterways, things of that nature, because you can see on a normal map from point A to point B, from here to Tennessee. But what that normal map does not show you is you have to go over the Tennessee mountains.
Elevation.
Old Smoky.
Elevation.
Old Smoky.
So a journey, you'll say, oh, that might take us, a day's walk. It's really going to take you 3 days to go over the mountains. So there's variations of understanding
Terrain.
of how to deal with terrain.
Gotta know use that scale, learn that scale, that this this right here equals 1 mile. So you gotta
maps usually they also teach you how to read like highways and stuff, because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but probably like old map guys you might know, but like usually if your interstate has odd numbers, it's usually north and south.
Right.
And if you have even numbers, it's east or west.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
I even learned the streetway to get from Virginia to Florida.
Dang.
Yeah.
Old school.
And remember, we had to remember all our phone numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that. You had to,
I don't forgot it.
you
I don't
had
even
to
know my phone
remember
number.
your phone numbers. You had to
You had to know your mama
Yep,
number,
yep.
your grandmama number, your auntie number, because you wanted to go spend the night with your other cousin. You had to remember your daddy number. You had to remember your granddaddy number
The
too.
bus routes, the train routes.
Somebody said something in one of these videos we just watched where he talked about a post grid or power grid something. And what that is, that's what, if all the electricity was shut down in the U.S. And it's real. They have technology,
Better go electric.
EMPs that can knock off the whole grid. If that were to happen, a lot of these cars won't work.
Yep.
A lot of the anything power with anything electric won't work.
Shout out to IUIC prepping page.
Some old
Videos
gas
coming
and
soon.
oil.
Oh, there we go.
They gotta have just a little
coming
gas
soon.
and oil somewhere.
Started filming a couple days ago.
That's good.
It's
All
coming.
praises.
It's coming.
All praises.
Lord's will cover all of those topics as far as what to do in those troubling times. You know, if it be the Lord's will, we've already started. Videos coming soon, y'all.
Yeah.
All praises. We need that.
All right. All right, I just want to show y'all this. This is from last week. This is our little sis here. All right, so I want to show y'all this about y'all Thanksgiving dinner two Thursdays ago. You wicked. Now play it.
You wicked, you wicked, you wicked.
Yo.
You wicked, you wicked, you wicked.
Turn up.
You wicked for celebrating Thanksgiving. And you know what happened to the Indians.
Yeah.
So why y'all always celebrate?
That's right. Yeah.
It because it's wicked. And y'all know it's rooted in idolatry. So why y'all celebrating it? Because God told us not to. And if you celebrate it, you gon' get the lake of fire. Yeah. And I would wanna get the lake of fire. So I would wanna be you if you celebrate.
Hey,
Turn
I
up,
like wicked,
turn
you
up,
wicked, I like
you wicked.
wicked.
That's
All
right.
y'all celebrate y'all Thanksgiving little dinner,
That's
eating
right.
little damn turkey.
Who was that?
You
Who was
wicked
that?
as hell.
That was off the top.
That was dope.
That was little sister Alana from Sister House of Sister Nisha. All right, so that was our little sis right there. All praise. I like that.
Yeah, I'm
thing.
your biggest fan.
I like that thing. She got turned the hell up.
You wicked.
All praise, all praise. I like that thing. Make that thing go viral.
That's right.
Show your mama and them.
Link me to that on social media.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Play that.
All right. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
It's over?
Huh? Oh,
Bishop
Kanai.
Oh, you want to do it on the?
You gotta sign the wall.
To sign on wall.
That's right.
Oh yeah, without doubt, I'd love to sign it. I would love to sign it.
I think they want you to do it now on camera.
On camera? Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Give it to Matthias. So
Get some music. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
Joshua
dun.
6, play something.
Wherever
man.
you want up, bitch. You gonna start the trend.
You wicked, you wicked, you wicked.
that's right. Look at that menorah too, y'all. Woo, woo. Oh, you want? Oh, he's signed by Christ. Oh. All praise, all praise.
Yeah.
The mighty
Whoa.
Bishop
That's right.
What?
Oh, that's hard. Hey, once it go down, you're like, hey, that's hard as hell.
Captain UCL waiting on you, man.
Ain't on me.
Oh, you need Captain UZL. Come on, man.
It's your time to shine, Jude.
I hope your name
Get your shine
look
on.
is cool. You better
Yeah.
make your name look cool.
Yeah, your name. Yeah, you gotta make it look
But
cool.
he Levi, so.
Hey, did y'all get it on
You know,
camera?
they-
Okay, yeah, I did. It's a delay. Hanaya head wrap all blocking the way.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Hanaya.
Y'all can see that?
Yeah, we see it now.
All praise, Captain UZL.
What the hell is that?
All praises.
Damn chicken scratch.
What I tell you? He Levi,
He
man.
right like Levi.
They say Cole UZL.
That's not Captain. That's C-U-Z-Z.
That's that Haitian
Hey,
Cole.
school system.
Is that a Creole or something?
I thought Captain was C-A-P-T. It's C-U-Z-Z.
That's
What does that say?
COLD.
It says sac passe.
Passe.
It said fried goat.
Tasso.
All right, all praise. to the
Damn, all
Most
praise,
High.
all praise. All right, brothers and sisters, that's our show for today. Please remember, we do have a school here in Riverdale, Georgia, 691 Highway 138 in Riverdale. Come on down. You see where the times is going.
That's right.
Time to get yourself right. Donations, if you want to give donations, you can do so via PayPal at iuic.atlanta@israelunite.org. For the Booster Club, you could do so via PayPal at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. We have classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week, for absolutely free, and they are live, all right, on IUIC TV, IUIC Classrooms on Facebook, and Israel United in Christ on YouTube, all right? So check us out. Who's doing Deacon's part? Deacon, where you at?
Oh, please,
Hey, thank you.
Oh,
that was good.
Good, Deacon.
I want to give thanks to the blooders we have.
Be brothers.
The brothers.
We couldn't do it without you. Be brothers.
Officer
I'm sorry,
Elisha.
Elisha, Kidon.
Naya.
Hey,
The brother who had no balls.
Hey,
Oh, damn.
hey, Dino? What did Dino do?
Adino. Arel.
Caleb.
Mattathias. Isaac. Emmanuel.
The new guy.
Soldier new guy. And Yuri the Reader. 12. And Sister Yamina. Sister Yamina. And Sister Yahira.
Who's Yahira? Who's
Yahira?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Most importantly, our viewers, thank you.
We want to thank you.
We really appreciate you guys. We can't do it without you guys. You listen to our funny jokes.
All praise.
Hope you listening, D.
I'm sorry, Deke. I'm sorry.
Hey, we got Deacon Ithon next with the Bible.
Tune in.
The
Hidden
book
history.
of our hidden history.
No,
All right,
hidden
tune in.
history. Our hidden history.
Right, our hidden history next. Raven and Wolves after that. Most High in Christ bless.
Enjoy y'all.
That's right.
First day.
Shalom.
She got this new thing. Now every evening I'm taking pictures of her cruising down the pavement. And I don't hate it, sunshine or raining. She out there rolling off her wheels like she famous. What makes us think growing up has to be the final destination? Watching her throw her hands up, it's beautiful intoxication.
have no idea what the truth is. That's why we're out here, to give you the truth. Psalms chapter 119, verse 142. Read. Psalms chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy love is the truth.